Welcome everyone, and welcome back here to another sub-faction multiplayer tournament. We're coming back with the second one today, where we will be having the quarterfinals with Noob, otherwise known as Bob Tresh, up against Krablin, and we're going to have the defenders up against Clan Scryer. So let's hop into it. We are going to be playing on Oak and Hammer, and it's going to be some quite fun battles. So for those that haven't seen the sub-faction tournament before, what we do here is we take every single sub-faction in the game, and anybody can pick any sub-faction. You just can't pick the majority faction. So for example, if you're the High Elves, you can't be High Elves, but you can be Avalon, or you can be Nagaraith, or any of the other cool sub-factions. And what this means is, and the reason I do this tournament, is that you can see some really cool, interesting legendary lords, and other cool units that you wouldn't otherwise normally see. But welcome everybody, and I hope you're all having a fantastic evening wherever you are. But let's hop in here with the Lizard Men. So we'll be having the cohort of Sotek, the RR Red Crested Skinks, with their Shall Not Die armor piercing and that very nice poison. There's like 2 units of Crossgull here for the bonus infantry anti-infantry armor piercing. We'll make that 3, and we'll also be having the Feral Cold ones with a nice big Gary. And you can see the nice blue tags over the top as they're going to be the defenders. So we have a couple of units of Feral Cold ones here in the back. And what's this? 1, 2, 3 units of Pterodons in the sky. We are going to have 1, 2, so that's the ROR, the Forked Sentinels. And yeah, looks pretty good so far. So we are going to have the Ancient Croxagore in the front line. This bad boy today will be having the Horn of Kygorth, the nice melee attack, and also the Amulet of Itzel, giving him that damage resistance. We will be having a Skink Piece of Beast with Transmutation of Godom, as well as the Cube of Darkness and Flock of Doom. So we are going to have the double Gary. I always like the double Gary play. And something that not too many people do know about the Forked Sentinels is they also have that 20% physical resistance and the armor sundering rock drops. So for the Skaven today, we are going to be having some Skaven slaves in the front line, mixing with some Clanrat spears with shields, some Rat Ogres in the back line, and their dreaded rattling guns. The nice Mimi Warpfire throwers in the front line. Do not see these boys very often. I'd like to see them here today. And look at this. We are going to have Ikit here on his Doom Wheel. Fantastic work. What is he going to have today? So he is going to have the Storm Demon, Unlimited Power, Flensing Ruin, Howling Warp Gale, Warp Lightning, as well as the Musk of Fear. And also, we'll also have the Chieftain here on top of his big... I'm not sure what that is. That is supposedly a massive Rat Ogre, but I'm sure there's more to it. But also, you're just going to have the Clanrats with spears dotted left, right, and centre. The Teeth Breakers, the ROR, they're fantastic with concealment bombs as well. Yeah, it should be very interesting to see these two forces smash straight up against each other. I think this does heavily favour the Skaven over Lizardmen, but it still should be quite a cool battle. But I hope we're all doing well. How you doing, Davina, Biblington, CJ, Austin? How are we all doing, guys? Hope we're having a good evening. And everybody else here in the chat that obviously I can't see, do feel free to say what's up. Looks like it's going to be like sort of 4 or 5 units of Skaven slaves. Oh, we have the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. They have a nice 70% fire resistance and those flaming melee attacks. Actually pretty nice there, the ROR Clanrats with shields. Is this the Double Chieftain? We have a Double Chieftain. What are they coming with today? So the Double Chieftain looks like it has a few abilities. So it has Skaven Brew, Shield of Distraction, the -5 melee attack and 30 meter radius is really nice. That Frenzy, and obviously it's going to be a Clanrat monster. But there's going to be no healing for that Clanrat monster, guys, because we are over here with Ikit Claw. So in the backfield, we are going to have one of the 2 Fairy Manticores coming into the battlefield already, and we are going to have the front line of Skin Cohorts fighting up against the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. Clan Vulcan should win that relatively comfortably, but you can see they are going to be fighting downhill. And we have the big bad monstrous infantry of the Crossgull smashing straight up against the Warpfire throwers. Already not looking too great here for the Skaven. As you can see, these very mimi units of range have already been popped onto by these massive monstrous infantry. Over here on the left hand side, we are winning with the massive overload of a unit of Crossgulls and the double unit of Skin Cohort, beating up against 1 unit of Clan Rats, just so they can pop around the side here and maybe see if they can get onto the Teeth Breakers rattling guns. So the rattling guns are going to be firing into the sky. Not sure their target, but they're just going to be shooting these Pterodon Riders here, slowing them down by about 36%. But in the pocket here, you could be using the Skink Priest of Beast, as you could be using them here up against the Chieftain on top of his mount. In the back line, though, we do have 2 units of Rat Ogres with the Chieftain fighting straight up against some Skink Cohort. We need to get these Crossguns in and the Vulcan pushing and shutting down the rattling guns. So there's going to be a massive swarm here with the Pterodon Riders in the back. Looks like they are going to be terrifying the Warpfire throws, thanks to the terror from the Ferromanticore. as we can see here. Looks like there was some, I'm not sure what happened here. Looks like there seems to be a spell. Can't pick that off the top of my head what this one is here from Ickit Claw, but nice spell there in a 30 meter radius. In the pocket, the Ancient Corkscrew does have amulet bit, so just really help him there from getting sniped up against all big lords. As we can see, we do have all sorts of Skaven Slayers going left, right and centre, and the double rattling guns have been impeded here, only being protected by the Rat Ogres and the Chieftains. So we are going to have the rolling, dirty Ickit Claw punching straight through the cheapskate cohorts, coming with that lovely zigzag cannon on the front of his Doom Wheel. Over here on the left, though, we do have some rampaging pits of the Hell's Deep. These do actually have a rage mechanic, which means the longer they fight in melee combat, the more physical resistance and melee attack and leadership they obtain. Very nice stuff there going in the pocket. Going to be absolutely smashing up against the Feral Claw ones. They have been terrified. I don't know if he causes terror. Looks like Ickit Claw does cause terror in his Doom Wheel. That is one big advantage that I actually didn't know. But in the pocket, we are going to have the big bad Gary here, charging straight to the backside of the rattling guns. But looks like we are going to get a counter charge from the Chieftain. He does have some good armor piercing, 448 armor piercing, weapon strength, so some very good stuff there up against dealing with the Feral Bastillodon. Gary has Rampage though, whipping his tail back and forth there, smashing straight up against the Chieftain. Some very good stuff. 3 units of Rat Ogres and the Chieftain are going to be smashing straight up against the Ancient Croxagore and his Croxagore brothers. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's much AP damage here to deal with this mass Rat Ogre punch. Balance of Power is going to be slightly pulling here, I believe, into the Lizard Man favour, but maybe just due to how many healthy entities there are around. There's a lot of healthy single entities. Interesting. Maybe Balance of Power will change, but as you can see here in the pocket, the Feral Bastillodon is still fighting up against the Chieftain. The other one has rampaged into some Clanrat Spears. That's not too healthy there. So we do have the Pterodons. Pterodons still have lots of ammunition to get some very good poison here up against the large entities. Some good damage value, but so we have managed to sustain some very good backline range here for the Skaven up against the Fork Sentinels, and a really nice summon of Feral Manticore. So the Feral Manticore here should allow. So actually, it looks like I got that wrong. Looks like the Balance Power will be in the Lizard Man in the Skaven favour, but the Feral Manticore is going to bring it back to more towards the middle. I imagine because the Corkscrews are quite weak. Oh yeah, you can see the Ancient Corkscrew is really struggling. He might be losing his leadership here. If he does get pushed off, which I think he will, as you're going to be getting a very fast Ickit Claw here, it could be game over. I don't know if there's enough leadership to hold this together, especially considering the rampaging. And yeah, you're going to be losing the Feral Bastillodons here, left, right and centre. It's a very close matchup here. There's just so many Rat Ogres, and I really like the double Chieftain play. That was really, really cool here. I can't remember what this monstrous infantry is called. I don't know if they're just massive Rat Ogres. I'm not really too sure what they're called. It looks like here we are going to be pulling out from the Lizard Men, I believe. How you doing, Aza? Yeah, I'm doing really good, thank you, buddy. I'm doing really good. I'll check that a Rat Ogre. I know, Krablin is a very good player. Krablin's a very good player. Well played, GG's. I like this army, to be fair, from Loser or Bob Tresh. I like this army. I always feel the Ancient Croxagore, he has like a few applications he's very good at. I like him up against Dowie, he's pretty good. And he's pretty good up against Lizardmen, for sure. Not Lizardmen, sorry, he's very good up against Empire. Still with the Skin Priest, we do get the double coming out. I didn't see too many Flocks of Doom, rather expensive. And yes, Tank, yes, I will be hosting. So we do have, yeah, and looks like they don't really pay for themselves too much with the Croxagores. The Ferals got in the back, did some damage, but 4 units, and Max getting 550. That's a shame. They cost about 1,000 each. Double Gary's getting 100 and 200, and the 512 for the Pterodons. It's a little bit of a shame. You see the Rat Ogres 1.5, 1.15, 1.7k for the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep. Brilliant work from them. And the meme Warpfire throws here with 480 to be fair, and 129. 625 and 900 for the Teeth Breakers, and as we can see, 280, 380 for the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. So some good work from them for sure. 770, 930 for the Chieftains, and 1.5 from Ickit Claw. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Brilliant. So let's get Tanky Boy in here. I know Tank has been waiting for a while, so we'll be now doing Tank up against Void. So, as we see, Void will be the Dread Fleet up against the Wargrove of Woe. So, it would be the Wood Elves up against Vampirates. But how are we all doing, everybody? Are we having a good day? As our tank is in, we seem to be getting Void Lulls in as well. Void Lulls are obviously winning the last tournament. By the way, Logic, I thought you said that you would put me up against Dowie last time. I would put you up against Dowie. So, here we go. Oh, righty. Yeah, lots of top players here. I got Alec Rao, but did okay. If you did really okay, Davina, feel like sending it in. Feel like send it in to replays for casting. If you thought it was a brilliant battle and you want it casted, send it in by all means. Don't be afraid if it's a loss. How you doing there, Bobo? Yeah, there's a ton of good players in this tournament today. There's a ton of good players. Alright, so it looks like Void just going to be making his army here. And the one really nice thing, actually, if you take this sub-faction tournament into consideration, so I think the Dread Fleet, although being the most competitive of the 3 VP factions, simply just because of Count Noculus, if you take it into consideration, it's actually probably one of the more boring ones of the 3. And the only reason I say it's the most boring is because the other 2 have units that you don't get in the normal factions. So if you take Solostra's faction, the Drowned, you can take like Ethereal Knights. So they can also come with all sorts of cool elements there. And you can take Solostra, who can summon her Ethereal Knights as well. And you get so many cool like little entities and little things that you wouldn't normally get. And if you bring Pirates of Sartosa, you can bring Sartosa Free Company Militia. You can also bring Sartosa Free Company, which obviously are those very nice Sartosa double-sworded pirates. Oh God, Austin, what have you said? Let me read this before I set out on stream. Yeah. I played up against who did I play up against? I played Ice Kanda, Two-Horned, who's a very good player, Right, looks like they're both ready, so let's pop into Oakenhammer. But how are you guys enjoying this new tournament? Do you guys like this new tournament? Do you like the whole idea behind the sub-faction tournament? You know, hopefully you can see some new ideas. Like, for example, if you do come here with... let's take Norska, for example. If you take Norska, you normally see Wolfric every single time. What this tournament means is you come in and you see things like... you're going to see the Winter Tooth coming in. You're going to be seeing all sorts of different items and lords that you don't really normally see. Like, for example, the Rubber Duck Award did bring... What did he bring? He brought... Did he bring Tic-Tac-Toe? I can't remember who he brought. But, like, Tic-Tac-Toe got brought today, which is quite fun. Alright. I think this map here is going to slightly favour VP. VP, a very good faction for sure. Oh yes, of course you brought Nakai, yes. I forgot we talked about this earlier. He was telling me he was going to bring Nakai. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Bibington. I'm glad you like it, guys. Yeah, last week, CJ, there was a lot of TK players. Fodders and Nagash for sure. There was a lot of them. No, I think you weren't the only one. I believe there was another one. I think Flex Prime brought TK as well. I think he brought Lieber. So Voidor's making yet another live stream. Should be very interesting to see what he's going to bring today. He always brings some really, really very clever plays with some really cool ideas behind his builds, which is why one reason why I really do like casting him. And also, you know, it's always great to see Tank. Tank is just a very, very solid player from VM. He always just brings brilliant builds that are very well tested, and he's a very difficult player to play against for sure. Yeah, I think the one advantage with this tournament is you just see so many sub-factions you've never seen before. Like, I always bring my Dowie with Clan Ungrund because I always love bringing the Ethereal Thanes. Like, I don't do it because I want to win. I do it because I just want to play my Ethereal Thanes. You know, they're great fun. I enjoy it. I think TK have a really good application in a tournament like this. Cheers, TJ. To be honest, with my protein shake, I haven't eaten. So just before the tournament, I think about 4 o'clock, I headed off to the gym, and I got back for 5:30. Had to shower, get ready, get all of this ready with all of the maps, and get everybody made sure they're signed up, ready to go, and then obviously play myself as well. Get the picture ready for the live stream, get the live stream going. Yeah, it's been a nightmare, but it's been great. I've enjoyed it. I think TK haven't been touched up in a while. I think TK has some brilliant applications. I think they have some really, really great matchups. And there are some they struggle with, for sure. But I think they have some really great matchups. Oh, I didn't see what you said, Austin. You said... Peasants do not count. Mighty Skaven suffered 0 casualties. That's very low as well. That's very low. Alright, so it looks like I think Void has a bit of a struggle with his PC, but let's drop through here. So it looks like we're going to have Ice Cannon Two-Horned fighting up against Alec Rao. So he will be coming here with Chevrels de Lyonese, so he'll be having... I can't pronounce the first word, I'll be honest. But he will be bringing in Bretonia with... and then we'll also be having another Bretonia, so we'll be having Faye with Alec Rao. And then the other one, we will be having Brindle bringing the Dowie, bringing it home with Clan Ungrund up against the Fae again with Lunacy. Nice to see some Dowie here today. Nice to see some Dowie. Right, let's hop in here with the battlefield. So we are going to have Tank here with the Woe. They're very nice purple case. We will be having some Glade Riders with spears. It looks like we'll have, is that 1 on each side there? So it looks like 2 in total. We'll be having 4 units, or 5 units. 5 units of Dryads. Do we have the ROR here today is the question. It doesn't look like we have the ROR at all, but 5 units of those. We are going to have some Shiver Shards in the front. 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Shiver Shards. Very good with their magic damage, with some Starfire Shafts in the back. So it looks like 1, 2, oh no, just some normals as well. So 2 normals, 2 Starfire Shafts, the double Waystalker, and Dreicher. The Dreicher is a brilliant pick. She will, of course, be having the Rouse to Wrath for that 1 summon of Malevolent Dryads, as well as the Pendulum, Enfeebling Foe, and the Fanatical Resolve. So some really, really good stuff here for this build. Very thick, lots of range, can be very difficult to deal with. Oh, now I like this build already. Lots of layers, so we are going to be seeing Zombie Pirate Deckhands at the front. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 units of those. We are going to see the double bombers in the front. They're fantastic at dealing with that chaff. We also have some handguns here on the side. Looks like 2 in total. We're also going to be having the Zombie Pirate Deckhand polearms in the back. So we have the double Scurvy Dogs. And 1, 2, 3 mortars. Is that 3 mortars indeed? With Noculus here on top of his mounts. So he will be having, of course, the Moondolph, those very nice Zombie Pirate summons, the Wrathstorm, which is incredible, Invocation of Nehek, Drowned Dead, and the Curse of Undeath. In the sky, we will be seeing some deck droppers with the bombs, Is it only going to be one gunnery white today? So how many? We've just got bombers today. So we just have 3 units of flying bombers. Is it just one gunnery white? I think it's just going to be one gunnery white today with his crab. Maybe he couldn't afford 2. But one gunnery white, which will be having Scab Scrape, which is a brilliant ability dealing with chaff, and more powder. More powder will be exceptional for Count Noculus. Yeah, brilliant stuff. This build here is going to be particularly interesting, for sure. Tank saying good luck, have fun. And that's why we do have some bombers over here on the left-hand side, so it could be a sneaky flank around the side, but can be very easily dealt with the Waste Stalker. Double Waste Stalker straight off the rip, shooting into Count Noculus could be very nice. Do they have Arrows of Kurnos? They do have Arrows of Kurnos. So Arrows of Kurnos can do truckloads of damage up against Count Noculus if you're not careful. So Arrows of Kurnos going in the pipeline. Oh, so we are going to be going after the mortars. So looking here, we didn't destroy mortar here. Looks like we got very lucky. The other Arrows of Kurnos, yeah, a little bit of terrain problem there, down to just 3 there, but they are going to be wavering with some good damage out the rip. But Wrath Storm here, straight down onto Drycha, some very good work there in the front line. And flanking very quickly on the left-hand side, we do see some deck Jocker bombs, and some here on the right as well. So they're going to be getting shot left, right, and centre here, the Dryads in the pocket. And we are going to be getting a summon here in front. So the Zombie Pirates are going to be going straight onto the Swift Shiver Shards, some brilliant work there. Starfire Shafts are going to be shooting straight over and perhaps even hitting some casualties. We are going to have the gunnery white in the front. He's going to be small, he's not doing too much. I'd like to see him turn around and shooting into Drycha for sure. But as you can see, we do have the Dryads in the front. With their very nice fear, we'll negate the fear here from the undead. As you can see, really pushing forward here. We are going to be getting the scary dogs in the background, maybe trying to shut down these Swift Shiver Shards. Doing some loads of damage here up against the Death Dropper Bombers in the front. And yes, lots of damage here in the front, some good stuff. What is Noculus going to be shooting at, though, is the question. Noculus is going to be going... Looks like he's going to be shooting at the Glade Riders spears. And the cannon's going to be going straight down the pipeline here up against these Swift Shiver Shards. In the pocket, we are going to have Drycha fighting up against these Summon and Zombie Pirate Deckhand mobs. And yeah, not too much else going on. He's going to be shooting here with the Waste Stalker. Not too sure what his target will be. Looks like he will be shooting in the back here. Oh, looks like he's going to be shooting onto the mortar teams. So all 3 mortars still online, so we have 3, 3, and 3 still. So still some good work there. Drycha's really struggling here in this pocket. It's very interesting to see. She's already going to be down to half health. No healing here for her. So doesn't really want to be getting too far out in the depth. We are going to be seeing the Waste Stalker getting pushed here straight on the Scurvy Dogs. One Scurvy Dog will be running away there, but just shutting them down for a little bit is quite healthy. Just stopping that DPS is going to be quite nice. Still shooting in the pipeline up against the Glade Riders. We have some very good damage value from Count Noculus. 57 kills already, some brilliant work from him. And so we are going to be targeting the Glade Guard. Nice Wrath Storm here, shutting down the mobility of the Glade Riders from the Wood Elves. That's a really, really good target. I really like the choice here to shut down the mobility. If you shut down the mobility, also you have them leveling Dryad Summon here, and they are going to be getting pushed by the Zombie Pirate Deckhand Polearms. But if you shut down the mobility, it means you're really going to struggle to shut down these mortar teams. If these mortar teams can keep firing, it could get really dangerous in this late stage. But lots of fire coming from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units of range, and the 2 Waste Stalkers. Still lots to go. We are going to have the gunnery right here fighting straight up. Honestly, the gunnery right will be shooting into the Dryads and not shooting the Waste Stalker. But it's like not so much AP coming from the Waste Stalker. You will see some, but lots of AP here from the gunnery white. Only 40 armor for the Waste Stalker, so you can absolutely destroy him, no problem. Mortars will be destroying the Glade Riders, the Glade Guard Starfire Shafts, getting some good damage value. And I think this is looking like it could possibly be, a VP win. We still have lots of summon here from Noculus. I don't know how many Moondial summons he's got, but it looks like he's going to be shooting into the flanks and the rear here of the Dryads, getting some good damage value. And we do actually have a really nice position Scary Dog with the invocation of Nehek the Mag. He knows just how important it is to hold on to this back range here, as he is going to be tying up 3 units of range, and now you get the mortars in, they're not going to be moving, and look at that, just absolutely destroying here up against these 3 units. Some brilliant work there in the pocket, shutting down those 3. Also going to have some zombie pirate gunnery mobs here, just shooting into the flanks of the Deepwood Scouts, getting some good damage value there. Going to be pushing forward with this cheap and cheerful chaff, and just trying to push off the Glade Riders. The Glade Guard, I keep calling them Glade Riders. Yeah, but it looks like Drycha is going to be in the back. Oh yeah, a very nice pendulum there up against the gunnery mob handguns. Handguns with that 145 range and that very nice armor piercing. Although you do have a relatively weak gunnery white. Is he going to be shooting here into the Waystalker? Yeah, want to be moving that mortar team. Mortar teams have been hopped on here in the back. Very unfortunate here. Looks like they are going to be getting stopped, but they have managed to break one unit. Can the Dryas though pop onto this third one? If they can, it could be really devastational here for the VP. In the back though, we are going to be moving and kiting using the Deepwood Scouts, but we're also going to be having shooting with the gunnery mobs, just trying to see if they can counter. These can fire whilst moving forward, but I don't think they can fire whilst moving backwards. But you have 360 here from the Deepwood Scouts. They're going to be shooting and trying to kill off the polearms. I think they're going to get caught though. A little bit lack of micro there, just unfortunate. But over here we do still see some heroes and lords standing around. Drysha does need to get involved and start helping out her backline if she can. But obviously I can understand she's very scared of getting sniped. You can see the gunner white is going to be pushing into the back line, and looks like you will be losing your mortar crews here, but I think a lot of them have got their damage value. 54 kills here, and 120 for Count Noculus here on top of his mount. Some brilliant work there, fantastic stuff. Shooting in the back with the gunnery handguns, they're going to do some very good damage value up against the Deepwood Scouts. They will be in the tree, so they will get those advantage shooting out, and disadvantage shooting in if you are the VP. But in the back here, we do see some flying dick dropper. Oh, looks like they are going to think differently. They're not going to be going in to shoot. But Count Noculus can really do some good help here with his artillery strikes. Really coming through with that negative there to leadership. Balance of power pulling here. And I think it's looking like it's going to be a VP win. There's not too much left here. We do have some ammunition left if you are the Wood Elves. But not loads. Not loads. I don't know how many abilities we got left here for the Waystalker. It looks like both Waystalker, one Waystalker, a little bit of ammunition. I don't think you have enough to take down Count Noculus, I don't think. There's certainly not enough armor piercing from Drycha. I just don't know. She's still got a very healthy gunnery white as well that also has more ammunition and Scab Scrape. Scab Scrape could be very important, especially deleting the Glade Riders. Glade Guard. I've said Glade Riders like 6 times. Although this could be very good. There's a lot of range here getting smashed into the front of Count Noculus. Good target here on top of Drycha. Not relatively accurate, but still that AP going to be very good at taking her down. She's going to be at, oh my god, not much hitting her at all, but she's down to 1,497. We still have some Glade Riders online, so they can definitely do some good damage value. Could we be seeing a loss here from Void is the question. Looks like we are trying to push off the Deepwood Scouts. Just need to make sure you keep pushing those off. Very important we get these off. Oh no, they're going to be turning and shooting, and that could be really dangerous. No, that's such a shame. If they just flow over, that fear could be very good here. If they do break the drives, that still could be a bit of a win, I guess. This is super close. Scab Scrape here coming straight into the flanks of the Glade Riders. Good stuff. That's what makes the Gunnery Whites so powerful. And a big cannon shot here down the flanks of the Glade Riders with spears. And we still have those Starfire Shafts. They have lots of ammunition here up against Noculus. It could be dangerous for him. But Invocation of the Heck and the healing, of course, still here for the VP. So we still have 2 units. Looks like he has given up on the units in the back. And if I'm the WE player, you need to be getting those back in, including the Glade Riders. You need to be getting them all involved. Lots of ammunition here for the Glade Guard. They could be very handy here in this late stage. Noculus getting lots more ammunition here. He will be up to 12 ammunition now, so he has so much more to give here and fire, especially in a big group like these Glade Guard here. So we still have 48 models left. This is really going to come down to the wire. Noculus is going to be getting pushed here by the double Waystalkers. The Waystalkers are no joke in melee combat. They still have 65 melee and 45 melee defense. Really need to have the Gunnery White here helping, for sure. So it looks like Enfeebling Foe going to be going down on top of Count Noculus. This could be the win. This could really turn the tide. You also have shooting coming in here from the Wood Elf player. Tanks played really well here. Dredger getting thrown all over the place. Noculus is like, nope, get out of here. None of that, please. But it looks like we are going to have the big crab coming on, doing some good damage up against her. He has some brilliant AP. If we do break Drycha here, it could be a negative 16 leadership faction-wide if she does die. A heroic charge here from the Glade Riders to really try and save their Tree Queen. It says a summon, yes, it looks like we have a summon. We need to get that summon in and shutting down the D-Wood Scouts. They're going to do a tremendous amount of damage value. They'll really punch through that physical resistance. But it looks like we have broken Drycha. You need to push her off. She needs to go. That negative 16 leadership is necessary. I can really push some of these off the edge of the map. Some of these here are down to 9 leadership. That would break them instantly. Healing here for himself, Noculus. If you're able to heal on the Crab and Noculus, that could be really good. So it looks like he's going to be up to 16 ammunition as well, thanks to the Gunnery White. And we are going to have a push from the zombie pirates that have been summoned. They're just going to be pushing. Oh, looks like we have a Breaking Waystalker. Okay, interesting. He should come back. Looks like Dryshot will be going off. This is getting really... Oh, she's come back. But I think one charge here from the Gunnery White could be the end. What speed has she got? 43 up against 45. That Enfeebling Foe going down. Enfeebling Foe going down, but still lots of arm piercing. And she's going to be getting shot by Noculus. She has broken, and I think that is going to be it. She could die here. 267 HP. Big shot from Noculus can finish her off, but I think you save your ammunition there. You turn around, and he is going to be shooting straight into the face of the Deepwood Scouts. So it looks like she has gone, and we need to be healing that Gunnery White for sure. Need to be healing. I think, yeah, I have to come out of the trees, big boy. As long as he leaves the trees, yep, so he is leaving the trees, that's fine by me. Can't be staying in the trees. Just so he knows that he can't stay in the trees, but as you can see, breaking left, right and centre, that negative 16 leadership there due to Lord recently dying, on top of damage sustained and going under artillery fire here for Noculus is massive. It's really, really important, and it's something that I think is quite often overlooked. So it's like we are going to be getting Tank, really just trying to see what he can do here. Oh, looks like we've broken away. Oh, that's going to be army losses. Just like that, army losses. That is how important that negative 16 leadership truly is. That was such a close game there. That was so close. What a brilliant game from both players. Just showing how fantastic both of them are. Well played to Tank. Let's hop in with him. So 300 damage value for Dryshot. 1.27 and 135 here from the Waystalker. So getting 1.3k and 1.2. Brilliant stuff from the Waystalkers. Looks like 44, 136, 90, 312 and 1.8. Brilliant stuff. So 1085 damage value here from the Dryads. But the other four really not paying for themselves. They did struggle there. Bit of a shame. Bit of a shame. But as you can see, 740, 420... there's like for the Starfire Shaft, 580 and 870 from the second. So the Glade Guard did pretty good there. 470, 108 for 720, 143 kills for 872 damage value, 13k damage dealt, no joke, no joke. 800 damage value, and yeah, just like the horses here with the Glade Riders, they did struggle, bit of a shame, but I like the build. I really, really love the build. As we see Count Noculus there. I wouldn't have actually mind to see him try and see if he could snipe Noculus, because then you can obviously get rid of that healing. So if you manage to use the abilities early on from the Waystalkers and try and see if you can take on Noculus, that would have been quite nice. Or maybe even the Gunnery White, that would have been really good as well, to stop those Scab Scrapes and the extra ammunition coming in. But it's like 174 kills, 1,750 damage value, 11k dealt for Noculus, some very good stuff. 1.5k for the Gunnery White, that's some very good damage value. The front line doing very well there with its fear, of course, going to be balancing out and doing some good work as well. 350 for the Bombers, 540 as well, 130 and 50 kills for 650 for these Gunnery mobs, 155 and 416. That would have been the second unit there, right at the end, that pinned in those three units and done some good work. Looks like no damage for the Deck Dropper Bombers. 220, 470, and the cannons here with the mortars today got 800, 440, and 700. Brilliant stuff there. Brilliantly close game. Very, very good stuff. So we now will be hopping in with Brindle up against Lunacy. Let's see if we can get Lunacy in. Yeah, GG's indeed. Really close game. How we doing, all? How we doing? How we doing? It says 7 for me. Oh, I appreciate the likes, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hi, Brindle. You're up, bro. You're up, big boy. Get in, Brindle. Let's get you going. Brindle coming with Clan Ungren here up against, so I actually fought this, but I fought up against, what's her name? Rapans. I fought up against Rapans' sub-faction, and I lost. So hopefully Brindle here can come in with the big power fist and just destroy with those great big beards. Beards in belts, boys. Beards in belts. Let's get it going. I think have I got you on here, Brindle? I'm not sure if I've got you added. Brindle. Can't see you. Let me send Brindle a message. Ah, an ad indeed. Let's add you up, sir. The man, the myth, the Dowie legend. There are books written about Brindle. If you don't know about the Son of the Mountains, Brindle, there are actual books written about just his legendary prowess and just what he's done here is just, it's incredible. So I've added you up, Brindle. You should be ready to go, bro. Yeah, just seen, bro. Just added you up. Bring it home for the Dowie. Bring it home for us, Dowie. Clan Ungrund are screaming. They're screaming for vengeance. Many Dowie brethren did fall off this day. By the way, Logic, do you think Legions of Nagash will improve TK? I'm not sure, if I'm honest. What do you think it will bring to TK? What do you think, CJ? How you doing, Cypher? How many games did you miss? You've just missed 2, and it looks like we are going to be missing a game. So it looks like Alec Rao and Ice Kanda 2 Horns just played off stream. So it looks like they've just played. So we'll just go straight through the semi-finals. So Alec Rao won't. He looks like he lost up against Ice Kanda, which obviously came with the lady. So looks like they'll be going straight to the semi-finals. So we'll be crabbling up against Ice Kanda. And Void just nearly winning there, so he'll be in the final up against the winner here, which will either be Brindle or Lunacy. That map will be Astillion Tomb, so 2 maps on Astillion Tomb, and the final map will be River Amazon. So it should be some good stuff. Good stuff. Right, let's see if Brindle has added me. Can't see Brindle. Let me check my doodar. Are you online? Is Brindle online? Let's have a look. Are you online, Brindle? I can't see you. Give me, yeah, I'll give you my friend code. There we go. Okie dokie. Ah. There we go. Chad Thorgrim indeed. So Chad Thorgrim is in chat. Let's get him invited. Alright, let's pop back in with you guys. How are we all doing? Rusky Jim, how you doing, man? What's up, Logic? Was close to playing versus you today. I know. I think we were like 1 away from each other, right? I think like if I had won and you had won, we would have played each other, I think. Yeah. If I'd won and... oh, no, you did win. Oh, you lost to Ice Kanda. Ice Kanda is a very good player. If I played up against you... oh, you're Warriors of Chaos. That would have been a very good game. I would have enjoyed that. Sorry, what do you mean, Nick? You said, what's the issue? I don't think there's an issue. I only saw Law... I don't know too much about TK. Maybe there's some undead lore about magic that I'm not too sure about. I'm much better with like sort of life magic. So sort of like magic for wood elves, high elves, that sort of thing. I'm actually not brilliant with too much lore, to be honest. I really should be better. there a problem? No, I think we're all good. Alright, I'll send you one more invite. Mr. Chad Thorgrim. Did I send you the wrong password? I will reset the lobby. Cool, cool, cool. Multiplayer, host battle. Okie dokie, so let's add up. We'll have Mr. Chad Thorgrim and we will have Lunacy. So add it. Let's try that this time, see if that works. Ah, perfect. They're both in. Brilliant. So we're playing up on Oakenhammer for the last time. Oh, sorry, I missed it. Alright, so the man, the myth, the big bearded legend up against the tremendous Lunacy, who always beats me in every tournament. So let's see if we can get some down with vengeance here today. So how did you guys go with all your tournaments today? How did your battles go? Did you have some good ones? Was there anything that you think was special that's worth mentioning? Like I saw Iron General today, played as Middenland. What a legend. I really like Middenland. The only issue with them is you can't bring any Regiment of Renowned frontline units, which is a bit strange. But obviously you can bring the big bad Boris. Let's see what else we had today. So we also had Eshin come in, Clan Scry from Krablin, as we've seen. We also had the Warherd of the Shadowgate from Platypus. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to play. Itza from For Poland, who lost to the Last Defenders from Bob Tresh. That's what other stuff we had today. So we had Warriors of Chaos with the big Sothriel chicken. That came in there from Rusky Jim. We had lots of Wargrove of Woe. So Lindsay came with Wargrove of Woe. And looks like we had the Libras in from Flex Prime. We've seen lots of the Dead Fleet as well. The Dread Fleet's a pretty cool faction, to be fair. Oh, Harganath came in as well from Agony Twitchy. Biblington with the big Knights of Kalendor. What a legend. Yeah, lots of good things. We saw lots of Clan Ungrund today. I think there's 3 units of Clan Ungrund, and I believe a Slayer Venge was Karak Kadrin. Looks like they're both ready, so let's hop into it. Looks like we're ready. So lots of really, really cool factions coming in today. Oh, did I mistype? My bad. I did mean Sensei, yeah. Oh, did I put an A instead of an E? My bad. Revenge Incarnate. I lost to Krablin, but he's very good, so... Oh, Krablin's very good, yeah. If you lose to Krablin, or, you know, never be sad about it. Krablin's a very good player. Bonus first, Brett. I mean, I am super excited for Kislev. Honestly, Kislev obviously would never beat my Dowie, but Kislev could definitely be my second faction. Oh. I mean, Chad Imric is still cool. Alright, so the legendary matchup of the Dowie up against Bretonia. So Clan Ungren here with the big bad Grom Brindle. So you will be having, of course, Belagar Ironhammer today with also Felix and Gotrek. Now, I'm not going to say I'm disappointed, but I don't see any ethereal Thanes. So I'm disappointed. But the big man here, the legend, coming in with nice and naked here. And also having the expert charge defense, that nice physical as well as the magic resistance. Felix here just having the blood oath and the nice naked Gotrek. Gotrek does have an ability here which is the heroic fortitude, giving him that 50% chance of gaining hit points. Doesn't normally work brilliantly well, but it can work, it can. So we are going to be seeing the Ulthwar Raiders, which are very good with their ability with the Marked of Ulthwar. So this is a really nice ability that gets the negative armor, negative 22% missile resistance, and negative parry, which means they don't have any of that shield. We also have the Rangers with the great weapons. Dwarf Rise on the flank with some Dwarf Rise with great weapons. So some brilliant stuff for dealing with cavalry. So anyway, cavalry go here, they are really going to be struggling. So we have 3 units of Rangers with the great weapons, and 1 being the ROR. Some more great weapons, Dwarf Warriors, some Longbeards with, and some Slayers in the background. So 2 units of Slayers. Longbeards with great weapons as well, some brilliant stuff. And a nice cheap triple hero core. And Belagar should do pretty well here, he's pretty tanky. He has that 120 armor, 60 melee attack and 60 melee defense. Brilliant stuff. So we have some men-at-arms with shields in the front line. We of course have some foot squires. We have looks like 5 units of those. They're brilliant there for the bonus of infantry, anti-infantry armor piercing. Stats are really low at 26 and 24 though. And only 70 armor for these bad boys, but they still do pretty well. Some peasant mobs here alongside some pox arrows. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units of pox. And it's like the double peasant mobs. We also have the men-at-arms with shields in the front. And triple field trebuchets. That should be very interesting. We also have the Fane Chargers in the back on foot with the questing knights. And in the sky we have, is it just 1 paladin? No, so we have 2 paladins. Interesting stuff. So both paladins are going to be up in the sky, hoping to see if they can snipe any units left, right, and centre. Indeed. Indeed. For Valleja. Not going to say that I want the Dowie to win, but let's get the Dowie winning. I like to see Dowie here in the semi. I don't see Dowie very often on live stream, to be fair. And this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Just 1 unit of Knights Nick. We're going to have 1 unit of Questing Knights in the back. Where do they go? So 1 unit of Questing Knights there. There'll be armor piercing, very good armor piercing missile. Very good weapon strength for the armor piercing, but they are anti-infantry. They're very good at dealing with other cavalry as well, but they're going to be very good at dealing with the dwarfs. Don't know how fast they're not super fast. 75 speeds. They're okay, not brilliantly fast. AP a little bit low from the paladins, and they are bonus versus large, so not going to have too much benefit here. No large entities, and no, of course, no Thulgrim here, if you are the big Chad. So, interesting stuff. Alright, looks like both are ready. Good luck, have fun from Chad Thulgrim, the big Grom Brindle himself. Let's get it going. I'm excited. Now, what's going to be difficult here, if you are the Dowie, you have the triple field trebuchets in the back. You're going to have to shut those down. And of course, that poison coming over the top, it might not do too much damage value, but that poison there on the speed is going to be tremendously painful if you are the Dowie. The Dowie are going to have to push. They cannot just sit. So we're also going to be having the Paladin, which if they do go anywhere, there's going to be armor piercing left, right, and centre. So it's going to be really painful for them to try and pick apart this Dowie force. If you are flying high in the sky, we have the double Paladins today, we might try and see if we can take out the Rangers with great weapons. Looks like this will be the naked one here, which has Foe Seeker, and the one on the left will be having Foe Seeker and Guardian. So a couple of misses there from the field trebuchets. They're not super accurate, but I believe they can do still some pretty good damage value. Just going to be manoeuvring on here forward. So Gotrek is going to be leading the charge here today. The man here, the myth, the legend, coming through with his big axe. Just going to be coming in to slay some big foes. The bigger, the badder, the better. Don't want to be seeing too many forces here. As you can see, you have the Rangers stacking on top of the Dwarf Riders. But of course, you do want to get forward and you do want to get punching through that line as quickly as possible. Rangers is going to be very fast. They're going to have that nice 33 speed. So they might be trying to see if they can target the Paladin. Nothing to slow down today. We don't have any slows here for the Dowie today. Looks like the majority missed there up against the Paladin. Yep, so all of them missed. But just going to be keeping that Paladin honest. Did we have the ROR Slayers today? I didn't see any ROR Slayers. Just the normal ones here, and on the left we just have some normal Slayers. Slayers just want to whip around the flanks and shut down these peasant bowmen. They are faster, 40 speed up against 73 of the peasant bowmen, but that poison obviously as well going to be a bit of a pain to deal with. So they're going to be shooting up against the Rangers. These guys do have stalk, as long as they're not too close to the front line, but I think they're going to have to be close. They will be visible thanks to the field trebuchets. Let's go over here in the pocket. We are going to be seeing the big bad goat relic here smashing straight into the front lines up against the peasant mobs. So we are going to be backing off with Belagar. Not too sure where Belagar is going to be going. So it looks like here we do have the Ultra Raiders are going to be fighting up against the Paladin. They have some good armor piercing. We are getting the Slayers. Look at them here, just running axes nice and high. They're going to be coming for this Paladin booty. We do have some zombies with great weapons, and I think this could be a bit of a mistake for Lunacy. If he can't get this Paladin out, he's going to be taking a tremendous amount of damage value. But of course, we'll be seeing the Peasant Bowman shooting straight into the naked Slayers. So some good damage value there for sure. You could be missing a trick here. If you're not careful, those Longbeards would have been very good at pinning in that Paladin. No, it looks like he is going to be switching on to that, so some good stuff there. As we can see, the Fae will be coming through up against the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. She doesn't have much armor at all, so armor piercing with the great weapons is not going to be too important, but they really need to start flanking on this right-hand side. We have some armor piercing from the Longbeards. These guys do have immune to psychology and that very nice courage. We are having some Longbeards fighting straight up against the men-at-arms. They'll punch through those men-at-arms with absolutely no problem. It looks like we are going to be losing the Rangers with great weapons. That's a big loss there. Big loss. But we do have the Slayers nice and close. We better get that bonus large anti-large chomp going on. It's a big chance the potions going down up against the foot squads. Marked of Ultra going down on them. Some brilliant stuff. Negative 30 armor and the negative melee defense going to be very good. Shooting in the pocket with that nice poison up against the Ultra Raiders. Ultra Raiders, are they going to be... No, they're not going to be firing, but they do need to shut down the Peasant Bowman. And I think it's going to be very difficult here for the Bretonnian player. Coming through, we are going to be seeing the Questing Knights. They just need to be getting a little bit more involved here, but they are running that nice downhill charge, smashing straight here up against the Dwarf Warriors with great weapons. Some brilliant work there in the middle pocket. Getting thrown about absolutely all over the place here. Shame to see those boys getting thrown around. But as you can see, just manoeuvring the force a little bit here. Going to be moving some foot squires to the left, having some pox arrows nice and close by, and we should be getting the second unit foot squires coming back. And then they can just reform ranks and chase. Phoenix and the crew are going to be chasing after the field trebuchet, and as long as they just block off that field trebuchet, it's not going to be a problem anymore. But as you can see, there's not going to be much to stop this Dowie force. This is the unstoppable force, and the Bretonnians did try to be the unstoppable object, but this force is going to stop it. Over here in the back, though, we do have a very good Paladin pushing the back, trying to get rid of these Rangers with great weapons. But as you can see, they're going to be absolutely chomping this Paladin down to the side. Look at those great weapons absolutely carving this Paladin a new one. Some brilliant stuff there. And as he runs away, he will be getting some axes in the back, I'm sure, for his troubles. A very healthy Paladin in the sky. He will be flying. Just trying to see. I'm surprised he didn't break the Ultra Raiders. Ultra Raiders, if they do move over here on the left-hand side, they can maybe help their brothers over here on the left. Listen, Dowie will be punching through the pocket, just trying to push off some Peasant Bowmen. And as you can see, they're very high. Did they get terrified? No, they didn't. Not too sure why they're broken. I think that's a little bit of a mistake there. So they are going to be -3, so that's not correct there on the silver bar. But we are going to be pushing off here left, right, and centre, so some very, very good work. Balance of power even, but I'm sure that's just because we have a very healthy Paladin. In the pocket, though, we are seeing the Fae. She has 34 speed, getting chased by the 40 speed of the Slayers. The Slayers will be chomping here on the backside of the Fae. Looks like they can't quite catch her. She's going to be running away. We need some music here of her running away and getting chased. Looks like the Foot Squires. Foot Squires are pretty good at actually dealing with Slayers, and the bonus for infantry, anti-infantry. They're actually pretty good at dealing with them. There's a little bit of pain there if you are the Dowie player. As you can see in the pocket, we do have the Dwarf Warriors, the great weapons. I'm going to be trying to chomp these Foot Squires down to size. But as you can see with the oppression here coming from the Pox arrows, just going to be able to get that nice debuff there to melee stats and just allow the Foot Squires here to punch through. But I think here, if you're the Bretonnian player, it's starting to look a little bit dangerous. Looks like we are going to be pushing off some Foot Squires thanks to the Dwarf Warriors, the great weapons, and just chasing left, right, and centre here. I don't think there's going to be too much left. So Lunacy is going to be chasing and running away here with the Pox arrows. Yeah, it's looking dangerous here. It looks like it's just going to be the double Paladin, the unit of Questing Knights, and the Fae left. So running into the forest here, we do have the Slayers, Gotrek, Felix, and Belagar. Going to be really trying to see if they can come through the forest and negate some of that range coming through. But obviously hitting any model from the Slayers will be pointing them and putting them down to 31 speed. So still not slow, but they will be able to catch up against the Peasant Pox Arrows. So they have managed to break the Peasant Pox Arrows over here on the right, and still online. As long as you just send one unit this way, you can sort of just push off the field trebuchets. And looks like we are going to lose in the foot squires. That's a shame there. Some of this elite infantry here from the Bretonnians, well, I say elite infantry, that elite foot infantry here is going to be going off. Double Paladins of the Sky are going to be getting healed by the looks. Yeah, so good heal there. Nice earth blood coming down on all three entities. Some very good stuff. Just he didn't quite catch the foot squires. That's a shame. If you managed to catch the foot squires as well, that could have been quite handy just to get those back into the battlefield, as they're going to be quite damaged. Pox Arrows will be shooting up against Felix. Right, much rather see them shoot up against Gotrek, obviously because he's naked. He doesn't have, I think he has 50% missile resistance. Yeah, so it's a good targeting there. Should be able to slow him down to a 32 speed as well. But as you see, Men at Arms going to be getting pushed off left, right, and centre. As you can see, the legendary Dowie are going to be winning here in this quarter final. We still have a healthy unit of foot squires though in the pocket. They could definitely push off the Dwarf Warriors. But as you can see, these fantastic Slayers here. Look at these men. They're just going to be axes high, chasing after these Peasant Pox Arrows. Absolutely fantastic. They are going to be wavering. Any sort of catch here is going to be able to push them off with some brilliant work. Over here, though, we do have the double Paladins trying to chase off units left, right, and centre. We are going to be losing the Field Trebuchet team, and a charge coming in from the Questing Knights. Up against the Longbeards, they do have a charge defense against large, as well as a nice immune to psychology. So going to be no terror. I don't think they have fear Questing Knights. No, they don't. But the armor piercing here, looks like they're going to be getting sandwiched up against the foot squires as well. It's going to be a little bit painful for them. And obviously the mobility from the Paladins is going to allow them to come in and help deal with this night unit of Longbeards with great weapons. But coming in, axes high, these Longbeards will be coming through to carve through some vengeance. Slayers in the rear as well. If the Slayers do manage to get on top of these Questing Knights, you could say bye-bye to those relatively quickly. But it's going to be a little bit painful here on this left side for the Dowie. Encourage will be going down though, given the extra leadership here. That +4 leadership going to be very handy at keeping these Longbeards fighting. Also, a spell there coming out of the Flame Enchantress. Not too sure what that was. Maybe just her attack. Oh, it looks like it's just going to be her attack animation coming up there. So charges coming in from the Paladins, but they are going to be pushing straight into the Slayers, and obviously Longbeards are great weapons, so they're going to be able to carve through quite nicely. And what are they chasing after here? So it's like they're going to be chasing after the Questing Knights, remove that mobility, and it's going to be very handy. But running away here, the Foot Squires, do we have anything else actually fighting? It would seem to be that Lunacy is running away left, right, and centre. Just double check that he is engaging somewhere. I think he's just engaging with the Fae, which is fine. It looks like Foot Squires are coming over to help. It looks like they're going to be coming over into this pocket here. I think this is where the end battle will be. Unfortunately, now the Paladins are relatively healthy, is the only problem. The late game really favours the Bretonnians with that healing. Also wavering here a little bit. Balance of power starting to come back to the middle. But this triple threat here is going to be very dangerous. I think you're going to be seeing the Pox Arrows come back. Oh, nice chance potions here in the pocket. Going to be breaking a unit of Longbeards. So some good work. It looks like the other unit have stabilised. But that broken unit can be getting pushed off by the Paladins. Slayers are going to be nice and close by. Can they manage to surround the Fae is the question. It looks like the Fae has been left on her own. She is going to be getting surrounded here. She doesn't have any spells that can really help her. She just used the Chalice. So there's not going to be too much that can save her. This could be a little bit unfortunate here. And the Slayers are running after the Questing Knights, not pinning in the Fae. That's quite interesting. Maybe they're pinning the Fae, they force the engagement here. But it's like you're going to be having Dwarf Warriors breaking left, right, and centre. And the Longbeards as well. That's a shame. And down to how many Slayers have we got left? We only have 17 Slayers left. But they still should get some good chomping up against the Fae. And the triple threat coming over. So Questing Knights, we're going to be up to 24 models, 70 kills for these bad boys, some very, very good work from them. Going to be very good at chasing off these units. That's the only problem here if you are the Dwarves. You don't have anything to chase off and you have nothing to support these guys that will be getting pushed off. As you can see, negative 32, negative 25, negative 36. It's going to take a lot for them to come back. First guys will be coming in to help, and I'm sure this pocket here. Looks like we are going to be chasing after the field trip team. Looks like he's just going to be going. Brindle is going to be trying to push off whatever he can and get whatever value wherever he can, which I think is the wise thing. You are going to be seeing some pox arrows coming back. They're going to be on 33 leadership. And this should allow the Fae to get a few more wins of magic. It might take a good 60 seconds or so, but it should be able to get some good wins of magic and get a nice Earthblood, and maybe try and see if you can get the Foot Squires, as well as the double Paladin in for that really nice hill. Oh, looks like a shatter there. So the arms did shatter. Not too sure what shattered them there, but it looks like they got pushed off as well. Going to be shooting and shattering the Dwarf Rise there, thanks to the Peasant Pox arrows. We do have the Slayers. Slayers will be fighting up against the Foot Squires. We will have the Fate involved as well. So we have 2 left with that 5 HP, as we can see them here. He will be going down. Oh my god, he got thrown all over the place. I think it's a bit of an overcommitment there up against the Slayers. So it's just going to be this blob over here on the right. And these bad boys are going to be pushing through. Trying to see if these boys can return. No, it's like they are going to be breaking. They would nearly brave. Nearly brave. So yeah, good choice to charge after the Peasant Pox arrows. Make sure they can't keep shooting. That's a shame. You really don't want them shooting into your Slayers. You can see damage value going down there. That's a shame. That is a shame. But of course, you do have to chase. How much ammunition? 3 ammunition left here in total. 2 left now. As you can see, really taking out models here. Down to 1.8k now. They are going to have to turn and run. And you are going to need something to get in here and do some good damage value. But as soon as Gotrek gets his hands on any of these heroes, he's going to absolutely slam all of them one by one. Yeah, I think this hero core is super strong. If you can keep Felix alive, I think if you are the Bretonnian player, you need to focus down Felix. Focus down Felix, you can win. You can win, it's possible, but then obviously you then have to focus down Felix. Gotrek, sorry. Belegar you're not worried about. Belegar is just a tank that's meant to stay alive and give you that leadership. The Fae's also pretty weak as well. She's had all of her healing cap, as well as one of the Paladins or had pretty much all of his healing cap. There is one Paladin that's pretty healthy, but as we can see here, he does have to engage. You can't cycle charges with single entity heroes either, I don't believe. He does have to engage somewhere. Plus 40 melee attack. He can smash through anything that's not named Tyrion. I don't know how much melee attack he has. Oh, look at that. Chomp there onto the Paladin. Gotrek has 70 melee attack, so some really, really good stuff. 40 melee attack for Slayers. Yep, so you are correct. And what's that there on the melee defense? 34 melee defense. So something I'm going to be breaking the peasant mobs, and I wouldn't blame them for chasing them off until they shatter. You don't want them coming back. You just don't want them coming back. So when this unit is broken, he does have to engage. You can't sit here and just keep healing. It's the last chance. He has to attack. You can't just sit there and heal. He can I love that comment though. You can smash through anything that's not Tyrion. Okay, so we got rid of those pox arrows, which is really nice. Alright, so going to be hitting the front line here up against the Foot Squires, and you just need to be getting Gotrek here on top of those large entities. Ooh, lots of damage onto Felix. Interesting stuff.
Let's have 'em!
I can't see too much here, but the Slayer down to 28 models. As we can see, Felix has been really targeted here.
Ready
Wouldn't mind to see them go after the Fae now. If they can chomp down the Fae, that could be some really good stuff. But she obviously is not going to be able to get too much more healing. All this Paladin is very low. Can we get onto that Paladin is the question. Circle charging here, very good micro hit from Lunacy. Balance of Power will be pulling into the Dwarf favour quite heavily. He does need to protect Felix though. He has to protect Felix. Gotrek needs to come in and get involved. He needs a big slam. Oh my god, we're going to be losing. If we lose Felix, it could get problematic. So Felix has gone down. She has got the heal going off, so she will get the heal here for the Questing Knights. So they have to chase with Felix. To see that he will come back. I don't know if he will. I don't know. He does have leadership, I believe. One leadership. Whether he'll come back, I don't know. Yeah, so it looks like he is going to get escorted off the battlefield. Can they chomp? Oh, brilliant stuff. Really chomping the Fae down to size. Good stuff. Oh, she might die here. Well, she has broken. Brilliant stuff. And now they can just chomp onto the Paladin. They can get onto this Paladin and get a good damage value. That could be GG's. Really, really close here. The second Paladin coming in. He will be trying to hit up against Belagoth. The armor piercing obviously not going to be helping too much. And if Gotrek can really dumpster this Paladin, it could be very, very important. Questing Knights have been beaten. And Lunacy has left the game. A brilliant win here. Brilliant, brilliant stuff from the big Chad Thorgrim. So we are going to be seeing Dowie here in the semi-final. And that makes my beard smile. Brilliant stuff. So 222 damage value for the ROR Ulthwar Raiders, 230 and 360. 84 kills, 1000 damage value for the Slayers, 2774 damage value, 148 kills for one unit of Slayers. God damn. Brilliant stuff. 81 kills, 750 for the Longbeards, 585 for the second unit, third, 670, and 400 for the fourth. 114, 560 damage value for the Dwarf Warriors, 520, 128 for 630, and 240 for the last unit. 306 here for the normal Dwarf Warriors, 1.3 here for Gotrek, 330 for Felix, and 923 for Belikar Ironhammer. For the Field Trebuchets, 520, 450, and 300. 780 for the Questing Knights, not quite paying for themselves. Pox Arrows 560, 480, 520, 429, and 605. So the Pox Arrows did pretty well. Overall. 121 kills, 990 damage value for the Foot Squires, 410, 388, 302, and 630 for the Foot Squires. 220 for the Men at Arms with shields, and 57 and 91 for the Peasants. 1.15 and 720 for the Paladins, and 77 for 1.4 for the Fae Enchantress. Good stuff. So GG's to both of those. GG's to both of those guys. We're now going through to the semi-final with Krablin here, who will be playing up against, I think it's Icecander. So Icecander, if you can get into the chat. I don't think I have you added. No, so we'll get you into the chat. Where are you? Against Krablin. So Krablin is in. What a brilliant game though. Fantastic to see Dario play just so well. Brilliant stuff. Let's have a look, see what you guys said. Yeah, GG's indeed. GG's indeed. Let's catch up what you guys were talking about. Alright. Logic talking about boring squires running away, peasants fighting. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. Like, obviously, the way to play that with them is just to kite up against the Dowie. I mean, it's the way to play against Dowie, period. It's just to kite them. I think no matter what will happen, the hero call... Yeah. big stuff from the dwarf. Very happy, very happy. Yeah, with the Fae soon reaching healing cap, it's going to be hard for them. Yeah, it was hard. Once you got, I think there was just 2 hits in from Gotrek, and that was it. That 70 melee attack is, whoa, it's gorgeous. It's actually really strong if she's on top of her mount, the unicorn, because it gives her 60% magic resistance. So it actually gives her a lot of magic resistance up against Gotrek. Because for those who don't know, she does magic damage. So tedious, where's the fast forward? I know, right? I know. Could bring a tear to any bearded... Exactly, Bibington. You understand it. You understand. I'm afraid to play for VP against Dowie on this map. Oh, on... yeah, we're on... I think you can do well, Void. I think you can do well. If anybody can do well. You beat Dowie last time. I can't remember who you played. But you did VP into Dowie. But the map will be Estidian Tomb. Oh, that is kind of dangerous. That is kind of dangerous. Okay, so just waiting for Ice Candor. How are we doing, Caradoc? Hope you're having a good day. Hey, Brindle. Fantastic win, dude. Fantastic win. Brilliant stuff. And you will be playing up against Void in the next round, so there should be some interesting stuff. All hail the new High King of the Dowie. I mean, he's the true king of 8 peaks, right? So he is a true king. He's not the High King, but he's the true king. All right, just waiting for Ice Candor. Let me see if I can send him a message. I'm not too sure what's going on with him. I think he seems to have... and see what it says. We'll give him 5 minutes and see what he says. And if he doesn't come within 5 minutes, then we'll see what happens. I risk in the OG a bit there. Carrick 8 peaks will be in the hands of the dwarfs. Grombido, you are correct. They will fight to the very end. To the very end. Right, so just going to be waiting here for... see if Ice Candor, not too sure what's happened to him, I'm afraid. If he doesn't come through, what we will do is... Alec Rowell, that did lose to Ice Candor, will get Alec Rowell in instead. So he'll have a couple of minutes. But in theory, this matchup should be Bretonia here with... oh, I forgot her name. With Henri and co. Up against Clan Scryer. So who are you fancying? You fancying the Bretonians or are you fancying the Skaven? That's the question. But yes, just to let you guys know, so the next week, instead of the sub-faction tournament, just to update you all, I will be doing a different tournament next year. It will be, next week, it will be a King of the Hill. I'll be doing it on Wednesday, so exactly this time next week. I will be doing, let me pop into it here so I can tell you guys a little bit more about it. So I will be doing Choose Your Champion, which is I'm one of the 4 Chaos Gods, so I'll be Nurgle, and I'll be running my champion. So the Nurgle Championship, essentially for every single battle, so it's just a King of the Hill, all of you guys have to go onto my Discord and it'll be the first 8 that apply for it will be having an opportunity to play for whoever gets the most amount of wins will be winning one of the 4 champions, and you'll win some money as well, actually some money coming from the guys that are running the tournament. I'm just going to be one of the casters. But basically, for my tournament for Nurgle, all the armies must bring in these 5 large entities, poison or regen. So you have to have poison, regen, or large, and you must equate 5 units. be a King of the Hill style, so you guys can come in and play and have some good fun, which should hopefully be really, really, really good. So I'll be doing that next Wednesday here instead of the sub-faction tournament. Or I can do both. I don't mind, but you guys let me know. So Captain Hook is involved. So we have got him in. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, he stole Rapans. It's for our Rapans, yeah. Forgot our name. So it's going to be, he should be Rapans. He can't be this. There we go. Nice. Let's go through Krablin and see what he's done today. So Krablin played since the beginning. Played up against Eshem with Scryer and won 1-0 up against G-Bay Crack. Then he beat Complex Slayer with the Followers of Nagash. He then beat Squeak Squawk, who was Clan Molder. And then beat Bob Tresh with the Last Defenders here on livestream. And now we'll be fighting in the semi-finals here up against Icecander 2 Horns. So it should be interesting to see how far he can go. And if Icecander can actually derail him. Looks like both are ready to swap into this. No, I'm sure here, if you are Grom Brindle, you really don't want to be seeing Skaven win him. You don't want to be coming up against Skaven in the final. Skaven are very good up against VP and up against the Dowie. There are ways you can win, but I think Skaven up against Dowie is one of the worst matchups for Dowie in the game. It is the Dowie's worst matchup, but it's also probably one of the worst games. One of the worst battles in the game. Right, let's go with Rapans. So you're going to be having some Knights of the Realms. So it looks like 1-2 units. And you're also going to be having the Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis, which are the RRR Knights Errands for the bonus first Infantry and Frenzy. You also have the Knights of the Realm for the bonus first Large, Anti-Large. And also we are going to have some Men-at-Arms. Let's get a look in at these guys with their nice... Ooh, they look very good with their yellow and red by the looks. Let's have a little look here. So they're coming with a yellow and red, so they look pretty cool actually. I like the Men-at-Arms with shields. Looking pretty decent. There's like 5 Men-at-Arms with shields. We are going to have the double pox arrows here from the peasants. And it looks like Defenders, Knights of the Realm. Yeah, so we're going to have 4 units of Knights of the Realms and the Defenders of Fleur-de-Lis. In the sky we'll be having Henri Le Massif, as well as the Paladin. And who else is in the sky as well today? Also we're going to have the Prophetess of Life. So just mixing it up here. Obviously we're not going to be seeing the Fate today, but you will be having Assault of Stone, which is the nice bombardment, Arcane Conduit, Channeling Staff, the Dwellers Below, and Earthblood. Some interesting stuff here today. Interesting. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 units of 5 units of peasant mobs in the front line. So lots of cheap chaff in the front line. There's it has a Clamorous with spears and shields in the front line with some Skaven slaves, alongside a couple of units of Rat Ogres in here in the back. So it's like 1, 2, 3 units of Rat Ogres in the back. We are going to have, the ROR Mutant Rat Ogre. Look at this guy. Absolutely fantastic. So much armor piercing. You'll also be having the +10 due to Zap, as well as the magic attack. This guy looks incredible. I never see this guy. It's fantastic to see him here today. We're also going to be having the Assassin. And we will be having the Greyseer Plague. The Greyseer will be having Arcane Conduit, Warpstone Scroll, Vermintide, Unholy Clamour, Scorch, Plague Rash, and the Wall of Unholy Sound. So lots of good stuff here. So many. The Clan of Vulcan Tail Slashers, very good there. Up against the Pox arrows and up against the Fire arrows. Looks like they're both ready. So brilliant stuff. Clamorous spears and shields. Also, looks like they have the Viscarin's Death Squad. So these will be the ROR Death Runners, which look actually fantastic in their yellow. They will be having Concealment Bombs, Duck and Weave, as well as obviously Scurry Away and Strength in Numbers. These guys do have Stalk, 40% physical resistance, and of course, Weeping Blades. So brilliant stuff here. Looks like we're having just 2 units there of Death Runners. So it should be interesting here. It should be very interesting. I don't know how they're going to deal with this amount of knights. I'm not too sure. But the 3 flying in the sky here is going to be very dangerous to deal with. So first thing going down. So there's like, oh, they do cause... Henri causes terror. I did not know Henri causes terror. But he causes terror here. Brilliant stuff. Oh, he'll be on a griffin, won't he? Yeah, he'll be on his griffin. So he'll cause terror on his griffin. He will be fighting up against the rat ogres, which he can terrify. There's some good work there. He will be bonus first large, anti-large armor piercing, as well as the bonus first large here from the paladin, who will be giving that physical resistance. I imagine a physical resistance go down top of him. That's really, really smart. I like that. In the front line, already going to be shattering some peasant mobs. Some brilliant work here. And so we are going to have duellos below here, going down on top of the assassin, the Deathsman squad, and the clan rats. In the front, we are going to have rats straight up against sweaty peasants. So sweaty on sweaty here, with some nice around, getting that nice downhill charge. And oh my god, look at that bombardment coming down here on this front line up against the cheap chaff. Some brilliant stuff there. We are going to have the Death Riders pushing in the back. Maybe get a nice flank here into the men-at-arms now. Looks like they are going to be pushing straight to the back up against the peasant mobs. Looks like they are going to be getting straight onto the Knights of the Realm. They will have that very good negative 50% armor, putting them down to 45. They will run away, so they can just push straight onto the pox arrows at the back. Some great stuff here. In the pockets, we will be having the assassin trying to fight here up against the paladin. The two here could do some really good damage valleys. You do manage to get some good stuff. So it's like the Warstone Stroll going down here, negative speed. Charm Shield going down for 22% damage resistance, and he has been destroyed. 42. Look at those negatives. Brilliant stuff there. Absolutely fantastic. He will. Oh, he just about gets away. Okay, very lucky there. We are going to see the Gracier Plague pushing through. Trying to see. Does he also has negative leadership? No, he doesn't. Okay, but he has 100 armor, so some brilliant stuff there. Besides some peasant mobs on the flank. And oh my god, Henri got destroyed. I'm not sure what happened to Henri, but he got decimated. Truly decimated. Are we going to see this paladin come back? Very close to the white line. I don't know. 34 leadership, maybe. Maybe he's very close to some other units. That will be... No, so he will come back. Okay, good stuff. So we have some Knights of the Realm in the back, and they're getting chased by Clan Rat Spears. In the pocket, we do have... Oh, the Ishka's Triads. I missed those. I don't know where those were, but the Ishka's Triads, which are really, really good there. They actually have perfect vigor, and they come through with, obviously, Weeping Blade, etc. Ooh, so nice spell there in the back, going up against the Pox Arrows. Some good work there. Where's the Viscrins? So the Viscrins are... No, that's the Death Riders. There were some Viscrins pushing in the back. I didn't see what happened to them. I was like, Viscrins are in the pocket here. Okay, so we're going to have the Hero Core here. Lots of damage on the Hellion, though. The Hellion could do some good work, though. Should be terrifying the Peasant Pox Arrows. Should really get those off nice and quickly. He will... Oh, love that attack animation there. Coming through with that nice big green claw. Rat Ogre's going to be absolutely destroying the Pox Arrows. They have been terrified. They could be shattered here. Losing that range is going to be very bad here. In the sky, though, we still have the Prophetess alive. She's going to do well. Ishka's Triads are doing some good damage value up against the Knights of the Realm. And we have, of course, the Pit Fighters of Hell Deep pushing in the back. So in the trees, we have the Death Riders that obviously have concealment bombs. They're just trying to run away here from the Knights of the Realm. And over in the pocket, there's quite a lot left over. So it's Shattered Unit, Peasant Pox Arrows, good stuff there. Peasant Mobs, so we have some Men-at-Arms. And these two are super weak. They need to get back involved and near their life cast as quickly as possible. Get that healing going for sure. So it looks like we are going to have an Earthblood here going down on the Knights of the Realm. And there's a lot here if you want to take on the Skaven. There is a lot. So we are going to have the Assassin coming through. Just 2 units of Rat Ogres. The Death Runners as well. And the Viscerin's Death Squad. The Hellion and the Gracier. This is a dirty death squad that you want to deal with. But some cleanup going over here in the back, so we are going to be losing some Skaven Slave Spears, some Clan Rat Spears, and so we are going to have the Vulcan Tail Slashers pushing off this cheap, cheerful core. But the terror here, it's just going to be terror. It's just going to be the Paladin. I don't think he even causes fear. So, yeah, that could be interesting. And that is really nice there if you do come in with Henri Le Massif. He does obviously have that protection from being terror-routed. This pocket over here, just going to be trying to keep away from this death squad as long as possible. So they have shattered the Peasant Pox Arrows, meaning that poison will now no longer be on the battlefield. So it's like we have shattered the Men-at-Arms and we have lost the Viscerin Death Squad. Not the Viscerin Death Squad, sorry, the The ROR clan rats with shields. Viscrin should be this one, no? No, this one. Okay, so it's like they're going to be regrouping. And it looks like Henri is going to be in the back doing Henri things. Although, what's going to be coming through here? It looks like a summon of clan rats will be coming out of the floor. And they might be charging down here, getting a nice good downhill charge to take on some sweaty men-at-arms. Oh, so it's like the clan rats do come back. Henri gave up the chase, and looks like he's going to pay for it. So they're going to be pushing through the trees, trying to get through and round, just to make sure that all that large cavalry doesn't get any benefit there. The longer this fight goes on here, probably the better it's going to be favouring the Bretonnians, just because they have that healing. You're not going to have healing here, of course, if you... Yeah, and there we go. Healing on top of Henri is going to be really, really big. You're going to be healing the double Paladins, as well as the Knights. Ooh, very nice breath spell there, going straight down up against the men-at-arms. And good pinion using the clan rat summon. Get rid of that cheap chef, and then you can just solely focus on the knights. And if you can take down the knights, you can pretty much win on balance of power here. So it's like Fosik going down on both, giving that nice bonus there to speed. 131 here for the Paladin. Brilliant stuff. Got to pick his targets very carefully. A little bit of a wrong push here from either one of these Paladins will cost them their life at this point. Looks like we are going to have Arcane Conduit going back. Not too sure why he's not engaging. But Krablin, a very good player. I'm sure he has his reasons. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be an engage here. I think probably engaging the front line is not a bad idea, but then obviously if you do engage fully in the front line, you will be leaving yourself susceptible to rear charges. As you can see, Bretonnians will be going around the back nice and carefully, and will be susceptible again in the downhill charge on the Iswish Triads. I think it's going to be a decoy chasing us. That's a really, really good decoy. In the pocket, we are going to be having the Grace here with Unholy Clamour for the leadership and Vigor. I don't know if that's a map thing. Yeah, it's going to be like a 40-meter radius. That's going to be giving the leadership here to this blob. And this is just going to be one big blob fest. So we are going to see the assassin. Oh, explosion going down here. Not too sure what that was, but some good work there. Really terrifying and destroying all of the... Oh my god, look at this mass break pocket here from the peasants. Some brilliant stuff there in the pocket. Mutant Psychology, though, will not be there for the Knights of the Realm. So it could be very dangerous to losing those to Terra as well, thanks to the Hellion. Well, we are going to be losing the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep. The Prophetess of Life needs to get hopped onto here. So she will be... Oh, it looks like she has pushed her way into the pocket. And the big punch power here from the Hellion. 117 melee attack. What is this absurdness coming through? So we are going to be pushing the Paladin. The Paladin could really get punched in the face here if we're not careful. And we do have a very healthy unit of the Issuous Triads in the pocket. Is that going to be the summon? It looks like the summon there. Balance of Power are going to be pushing here into the Skaven favour. And looks like we have one unit of cavalry here. The Life Prophetess is going to be relatively healthy, but you've lost Shatter the Paladins, and that's GG. Look at that mass break there. That pocket was dirty. Brilliant stuff. I love this build, and I've never ever competitively seen anybody bring the Hellion. Some wicked stuff. What are you saying, Ducky? How are you doing? How you doing, Dr. Jellyfish? Blackthorn? How are you? How are you? Apologies for that. And by the way, the Hellion is bugged. It has no high threat attribute in the game file, so you can hide him inside inventory to disrupt the damage from single entities into splash. Oh, okay. Good to know. Crab was waiting for the right engagement. Yeah, I think he was. But let's hop in here. So 1.1 from the Prophetess. What's the 230? And Henri with 815. Frontline not doing too much. 164 still not too bad there from them. 88, 34. Frontline struggle. So we got 270, 300, and 488. Not bad from the men at arms with shields. 400 damage value and 230. 320 from the defenders of Fleur de Lis. A little bit of a shame there, but 950. 203 kills for 1000 damage value. 94 for 931, and 110 for 650. So the Knights should be doing pretty well, apart from the Fleur de Lis. but 203 kills, 2,300 damage value from the Greyseer Plague, as well as 1.5k damage value for the Assassin. Very, very good work. And let's pop in here. So only 58 damage value for the Clan Vulcan. That's a bit of a shame. 49 kills. No, nothing too much there. 235 damage value for the Death Runners. 760 for the Ishka's Triads. 103 kills, 500 damage value for the Viscrin Death Squad. 165 for the Rat Ogres. 627. 84 for the 600. And 2,650 damage value from the Hellion. That's some brilliant work. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. Alright, so Crablin will be going through to the final. Let's get Void and Mr. Grom Brindle. So we're going to have the Dread Fleet going up against Clan Ungrund. This should be a matchup. Should be a really good one. Alright, Mr. Void Lols. And where is he? The big bad Chad Thorgrim. Let's get you boys in here. Got some messages. Let's just double check. Alrighty, so let's hop back into this. Congratulations on Mr. Thorgrim making the final. Big stuff from you. I'm not quite typing there, a bit of lag, I think. But yeah, GG's indeed, GG's. So what happened, Mr. Rubber Ducker Wall? What happened to you? What happened to you in the early stages? Let's see what happened to you. So you fought up against the man, the myth, the J Phoenix Legend. So J Phoenix beat you with the Blessed Dread up against Nakai. What happened? Mr. VM Rusky playing the battle right. Another guy that's gone super far here in the multiplayer scene. So yeah, as I said, guys, next Wednesday will be the Nurgle Tournament. So if you guys do want to play in the King of the Hill Nurgle, or you have to bring either, it's a total of 5. You have to either bring 5, you can bring in total of any of these 3. So it's large, poison, or regen. You have to have 5 of any of those in your army. So you could have 2 regen, 2 large, and 1 with poison. You have to just have 5 in your army for every single tournament, for every single one you bring. So for example, if you're the Dowie, this might be one you might think you struggle with, but for example, regen will count for if you have Bugman Rangers. Bugman Rangers have that regen due to their lovely beer, so they will be having that regen. So you can bring 5 of those if you like, or you can bring large, which will be Gyrocopters, or you can bring Thorgrim, or you can bring a Runord on top of his anvil. Poison is where they would struggle a little bit, of course, but that's why you have the 3 there. You know, options to pick from. But you must bring at least 5. You must bring 5, and then it'll work as a king in the hill. You can have more than 5, CJ. Yeah, that's correct. You can have more than 5, but you must bring at least 5. You must bring at least 5. And then whoever gets the most wins in the King of the Hill will be going through to the final, which I think is going to be hosted by Torin, I believe. So yeah, it'd be pretty cool. There's money on the tournament as well, so whoever wins gets some cash. So it should be pretty fun for you guys to enter. Oh, so now this is going to be an interesting one. Now, I have seen Void win with VP up against the Dowie, but here, obviously, he has very limited choices. He only has either only the normal lords for VP, or he can come in with damn, I forgot his name. Why is my brain's just gone. My brain's gone. I don't know why. He can bring Count Noculus. He can only bring Count Noculus or the normal lords from the Dread Fleet. He can't bring anybody else, of course. So that's the advantage. You know what you're going to be playing up against. And Count Noculus can do quite well. He has some good magic as well. He'll obviously be coming through with the Moondial, etc. But he's going to be very susceptible to getting shot. This is heavily Dowie favoured, so it should be interesting. All factions are allowed, that's correct, yes. All factions are allowed. Bretonnia have good options, so Bretonnia have Pox Arrows, so you can come through with 5 units of Pox Arrows. They also have the ROR Yeoman Archers, they have Poison. Also, they count as large as well, so you also have horses, all sorts of cavalry. Going to be hard to battle for Void, good luck, both Dowie. Yeah, this is heavily Dowie favoured, but obviously we're going to be having Brindle, who's a phenomenal Dowie player. And as we damn well know, Void is a brilliant, just Total War player in general. Very good with his VP, very good with his Wood Elves, very good with his Greenskins, VC. He's probably got about 5-6 factions in his pocket that he's really good with. And as we know, the man, the myth, the Dowie legend, he's literally been written down on all sorts of stones. Carved into every single weaponry. Brindle himself will be playing today. So who's your money on, guys? You're going to be backing the Dowie, or you're going to be backing the Dread Fleet? Clan Ungrund, the Dread Fleet. Ooh, I like this already. But let's go. So it looks like we are going to be having 3 cannons here in the back. Some brilliant work. Triple cannons will out-trade up against any cannons here from then. Then we'll be having Belegar Iron Hammer, nice and cheap and cheerful, I imagine. Oh, he will be having an interesting one. So he will be having the Mighty Earthstone, which gives him the plus 24 melee defense and the Expert Charge for that 40-meter radius. So good stuff. In the front line, we will be having a cheaper Dwarf Warriors alongside some miners with blasting charges. Really good work there. Nice wide with those explosives, as well as the Urkram Miners here on the flank. Some Slayers alongside the cannons. It's going to be 1 Slayer for each. The Dragonback Slayers as well. The ROR here that have that very nice slow. We have some Thunderers in the back, the Double Thunderers. We also have a unit of Peak Gate Guard Hammers. They're going to be exceptional because they are the only unit that have magic damage. I think it's going to be the only thing, obviously, apart from the Ethereal Flames, that do have magic damage. So in the back, we are going to have the Triple Scurvy Dogs. And we're going to be having some Sirens here today. So 2 Sirens on the left, 1 in the middle, and 2 on the right. These Sirens are going to be brilliant. Did they have Armor Piercing? If they do have Armor Piercing and they have Charmed for the -9 melee attack, and you have 4 units of Deckhand mobs in the front. We also have the Double Gunnery Whites, which are going to be very scary. These Gunnery mobs will be obviously coming with extra powder, more powder, and obviously Scabs. Great, Scabs will be doing some good damage rally up against the Slayers for sure. The Vampire Fleet Captain with the pistol will be having Invocation of Nehek, the Drowned Dead, and the Curse of Undeath. In the sky, we'll be seeing the Deck Droppers. It's just going to be 1, 2, 3 units, and the ROR Bombers here, the Salt Lord Scuttlers, I should say. Armor Piercing, Armor Sundering, and Flame Ammunition. Very good stuff. So the cannons are going to be here inside of the trees, and they're going to be getting their firing off straight away. So it's like they're going to be shooting into the front line, trying to get some good damage here up against the zombie pirate and deckhand mobs. But in the back, we do have some sneaky Scurvy Dogs. So going to be 1 on each corner by the looks. Yeah. The nice thing here, as you can see in this corner, you have a nice little dip here that you can you can't see there for quite some time. So shooting in the front line here, getting some good damage value on the Sirens. Not brilliant, of course, for the value of the Thunderer ammunition, but still getting some damage value nonetheless. Blasting charges will be coming forward. Don't know how this works on the magic resistance, because obviously they're going to be having that mass. Okay, that's a truckload of damage. Okay, very good damage there from the Urkram Miners. Okay, but now they will be through into the front line. Urkram Miners, when they do have immune to Psychology, thanks to their Frenzy, and of course in the back we'll be seeing the cannons just firing here in the pocket. Some blasting charges straight down the front line up against Belegar. Belagard does not have magic damage, however, so it should be interesting to see how they're going to focus up against him. Blasting charges, just ripping apart these zombies. Blasting charges left, right, and centre. You just see them everywhere. Some brilliant stuff here, really ripping apart these zombie pirate deathhand mobs. Fantastic work there in the front line. Sirens here on the flank will be fighting up against the Dragonback Slayers. We'll be giving that slow. We're up the top here. We will be seeing the Dread Droppers. They might be able to get some good damage value just sniping out. So very slowly here up against these Slayers. We do actually have some Scurvy Dogs in the back. One looks like it's going to be the bait, so these Scurvy Dogs can whip around the flank and shut down these cannons. Looks like we do have some Scurvy Dogs that have managed to push onto the Thunderers, but they have been trapped in between, allowing these Slayers with their nice 40 melee attack here, or 38 in this instance, so apologies, will be chomping through these Scurvy Dogs. Looks like the other ones have hopped into the backside of the cannons. There should be some interesting value there. Very weak here, the Vampire Fleet Captain with the pistol. He's going to be healing himself. Has it been smashed here by some cannons? I think it has been. But over here on the side, we do see the deck droppers trying to come through, get some good damage value. And as they do come in, the Gunnerites will be targeting Belagar Ironhammer. Those very good armor-piercing guns here are going to be very good at just shining them down. As you see in the pocket though, minus for blasting charges, just going to be fighting up against Sirens. And can they deal with the master level of Sirens? It looks like the Dragonback Slayers will be chomping through, but will be getting the damage value they need. I'm not too sure. You see, flying down here, the deck droppers with that nice fear. We'll be trying to fight up against the Thunderers. They do have 26 melee attack, 22 melee defense, up against the 20 and 28 of the Thunderers. Chasing here into the pocket, that looks like a summon of zombie pirate deckhand bombs. Going to be fighting up against these Dwarf Warriors. Not too sure what the cannons are shooting at, but we are going to be seeing the Dwarf Warriors perhaps chasing up against the Vampire Fleet Captain. No, it looks like they were going to be going after these Sirens. Some nice bombs here going down on top of the Peak Gate Guard Hammerers. And balance of power is going to be relatively even. Sirens coming here on the right-hand flank. Let's pop out here and get a nice overview of the battle. As you can see, holding relatively well here for the Dowie. They are going to be shooting in the back here up against these Scurvy Dogs. They fight up against the Cannon Crew. And over here on the flank, the Urkraminers do need to get back into this combat. These guys do have some very good AP. Sirens to the front will be fighting up against Miners with the Mighty Earthstone. Not too sure how long that lasts. I don't use the Mighty Earthstone very much, I must admit. But in the back here, we are going to have Belagar just smashing straight into these Sirens. Some brilliant work from him. I think he has immune to psychology. No, he doesn't have immune to psychology, but of course he will have that magic resistance. I think he's going to be absolutely tearing apart these Sirens. Invocation of the Head going down is very valuable here on top of the Siren units for sure. In the sky, though, the Salt Lord Scuttlers are going to do some good damage value with those bombs. So armor-piercing, armor-sundering bombs can do some brilliant damage, especially up against the Peak Gate Guard. We have Scab Strafe going down up against the Thunderers. A second one down this pipeline can do some very good damage value. But in the sky, we are going to see the Thunderers smashing straight into the side of these Salt Lord Scuttlers. And yeah, looks like the right side has been won here by the VP, and they're going to start wheeling around here and start shutting down this force on, it looks like, two sides. Slayers will be coming back into the mixture, and as you can see, crumbling here from these Sirens. They're going to be losing their leadership relatively quickly. It looks like they might be stabilising. We're in the pocket now. We do have Sirens all over the guns, and it's starting to look a little bit dangerous here for Dowie. As you see, the Gunner Rise will be in the back, still getting some good damage value. 8 kills here, and the second one here up to 31. He will be fighting Crab up against Axe. So it's like the Dwarfs are going to be trying to chomp through the Gunnery Right as much as they possibly can. Slayers, which should do some good damage value. They don't have tremendous AP, but the bonus of large anti-large will do some very good damage value. Over in the right, we do have some Dwarf Arrows back into the mixture. And we are going to be losing some Miners for their troubles. The Siren's still very healthy and still going to be healing the Vampire Fleet with pistols. So, yeah, this Dowie force is just going to be holding here on the left-hand side. And looks like the Peaks are going to be trying to push through and get with this Gunnery Right as well as these side rings. If we do manage to get the Dowie around, yeah, there's a good wheeling there. We're going to be trying to trap in the Gunnery Right if we can. Armor Sundering as well could be really good from the Big Gate Guard. Get with 30 armor there from the Gunnery Right, putting them down to 90, so some really good stuff. Just allowing the Slayers to really chomp through nice and fast. We do have the Summon coming through, the Zombie Pirate Deckhand Bombs. Just going to be trying to pin here up against the Slayers and just allow this Gunnery Right to get out. Really trying to protect the guns. I'm not sure. There's going to have some guns at the top. They can really do get back involved in shooting up against the deck droppers, but we are going to be losing the first unit due to being terrified. Over here on the right, we are going to have, oh my god, 4 units of Sirens. Looks like they've definitely been healed, but they were chasing off and killing some Dwarf Warriors. So Miners coming back into the mixture. We do have some good AP. I think 17 out of 22 will be armor piercing, so some good damage value. Nice Scab Strafe here up against the Slayers and co. Slayers are taking lots of damage up against that magic spell. And it looks like the Peak Gate Guard are going to be coming over here, trying to maybe hit one of these crabs. Big fire damage coming on the very expensive Peak Gate Guard. Looks like in the pocket here, we are going to have some bombs flying straight down on the Peak Gate Guard. The Salt Lord Scuttlers are, I've never actually seen them before, but they're doing some brilliant damage value. That's a 48 kills. I'd love to see the damage value at the end. These Sirens are a very good pick here. It's starting to look a little bit worrying for the Dowie, as they're just fighting here up against the Zombie Pirate Summon. Trying to get into the back here though, and on top of the Vampire Fleet Captain would be a very wise choice. He does have 40 speed, which is really fast for a... I believe he counts as undead. That's really fast for an undead model, meaning he should be able to outrun the Slayers. And he can shoot whilst moving as well at 40 speed. That's really dangerous. Looks like we have a couple of units in the back. Want to be trying to see if we get those Thunderers to shut down the deck droppers. But this is the problem here, where you see the Dowie in this position, where they've been spread out quite nicely here. This is a bit of a shame, because of course you will be having that mobility here from the VP. Still going to be chasing after the Vampire Fleet Captain. 48 speed from the Sirens is a bit of a problem. So it looks like we have lost the Peak Gate Guard Hammerers. Balance of power really in the VP favour now. This has been really well played here by Void. Some really, really good stuff. Big damage here going up against the Dragonback Slayers. And we have 45 speed from the Gunnery Whites. So he should be able to get away. And obviously it's just going to be that crossfire from the other Gunnery Whites. Just going to be shooting it into the side of Belegar until army losses. Peak Gate Guard are coming back. But I think the Chad Thorgrim has been a little bit more off than he can shoot. No ammunition here left for the Vampire Fleet Captain. But as long as he keeps nice and close enough to give those Invocation of the Hex and those nice summons, could be quite nice. So they have managed to catch the... Scab Trace going down here up against the Slayers. Good stuff. And I'm sure the Gunnery White will be running away now. But he has been hit by the Dragonback Slayers, making him a little bit slower there with that 29 speed. Meaning he might struggle to get away here. He's going to continuously get hit here for his troubles. I think he'll more than likely go down here. But of course, you do have the Sirens nice and close. They can punch through and help out for sure. Giving that -9 melee attack as well is really beneficial due to Charm. It's really, really good. Another summon here with these Zombie Pirate Deca mobs, just going to help filter out and really just remove these Slayers. Just fighting up against Chaff is really not where you want your Slayers. Peak Gate Guard are just going to be getting overwhelmed. They do have Mutant Psychology, so they'll be going down to damage. They have Shattered, and I think that is going to be GG's. Yep, so Shattered for Belegar, just going to be the unbreakable Dragonback Slayers and the double Slayers. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Chad Belegar couldn't bring it through, but guys, what a brilliant battle here from Void. Fantastic stuff. So as you can see, Belegar Ironhammer, 477 damage value, 360 for only 1 kill. Interesting. From the Dwarf Warriors. 277 damage value there for the Miners with those blasting charges, 76 kills. 100 kills, 470 damage value for the Dwarf Warriors. 365 and 312. 82 kills. These Dwarf Warriors did some work. 516 damage value for the Urkram Miners, 1,250 for 1 unit Slayers, 1,150 and 1,100. The Slayers really doing quite well. This is the problem. The Peak Gate Guards really struggled. They really struggled with 420 health, 420 damage value. They got hit really hard. I'm going to be very interested to see where are they, how these did. They got 88 kills. I'm going to be very interested. So 411, 370 and 436. Would I really like to see the ROR Ulthwar Raiders? They would have been very nice in this matchup. Very good at dealing with the crabs for sure. And maybe if you also got like a Runesmith, just slowing them down. Ulthwar Raider, pop a couple of axes, and that really could have finished off some of these crabs. So 32 kills, 820 damage value for the Thunderers, and 680 here for these. Very well played to Brindle. He came so far with the Dowie, making this big boy proud. Very proud. So 73 kills, 740 damage value for the Vampire Fleet Captain with the pistol, 1,000 damage value for 75 kills for the Gunnery White, and 655 for 38. 125 damage value for the Deck Droppers, and 1,852 damage value here for the Salt Lord Scuttlers. Almost all of that there would have been on top of the Peak Gate Guard. So really, really good stuff from them. Really, really good stuff. 480 damage value for the Deck Droppers, backline 600, 300, and 930, really shutting down those cannons. 727, 831, 330, 220, and 518. Yeah, really, really good stuff. The summons were brilliant. The block out was brilliant. The crossfire was fantastic. Yeah, some really, really good stuff from Void. Fantastic. Fantastic work. By the way, good luck with the OP rats. Oh, I believe that the limit for sirens should be limited to 4. It could be. Yeah, I think 4 sirens is a lot to deal with. GG, what a yeah, for sure. That was a you know, you want to see some great builds. That's what you want to see. So Krablin here will be in the other semi-final, in the final here up against Void. Sorry, that was the last semi-final. Do apologise. It's getting to that time of night. But yeah, the final here, guys. The last battle, best of 1 here. Krablin up against Void. So it's going to be Clan Scryer up against the Dread Fleet. We are going to be on River Amaxon. It's going to be quite interesting. I think Void here left, not knowing that he is in the final. So while you guys are here, there's a couple of things I'll say. Obviously, GG's gone Brindle. Honestly, really well played. Really well played. That was a tough match. I haven't seen a build like that before. That was tough. That was tough. And I can see why you brought the triple cannons. If you didn't bring any and obviously he brought cannons, you really could have been in trouble. So, yeah, but it's a difficult one there. But, so this Friday, apologies guys, I don't know why I need to yawn, I don't need to. But this Friday, we're having Battlemania Season 3 starts up again. So for any of you guys that do want to register, please think about doing that tonight. It will be going up tonight, so all of you guys can get ready. It will be the first time you can get points in Season 3. Obviously, that's 4 weeks. Get as much points as you can, get through to the final, and win yourself a copy of Total War Warhammer 3. Tonight, I will be releasing a video with all sort of the stuff coming forward here with Total War Warhammer 3. All the good stuff coming out in the future. Next week, we will be having, of course, the Nurgle Championships for the King of the Hill. So get yourself ready on the Discord. If you do want to play, be ready on the Discord to sign up. There's only a limited amount of spots that can play. So be prepared for that. There's only so many you can play in. But there will be 4 different championships, all playing up for money. So it should be a really, really, really good tournament. And the final will be held by Turin, I believe. So that should be pretty fun. And then next Friday, of course, will be Battlemania. That'll be week 2 of Season 3. And I'm sure we'll do another sub-faction tournament if we can fit it in. If we can fit it in, we'll get it done. For sure. So just waiting for Void. See what Void is doing. Oh, Void's just messaged me. Yeah, no problem. So Void will be coming back. Okie dokie. What is your Discord link? My Discord link, if you go down to the description here of the YouTube video, you should be able to see my Discord link. I will put one up now, though, for you in the chat. There we go, guys. That's the Discord. So you guys can join in there and see what's going on for the tournament going next week. I'll be releasing some more details, and there'll be a pretty cool picture going up as well, which should be quite fun. Yeah, no worries, Park Killer. Or Parkerilla, I should say. You can play in different Chaos Gods Championships tournaments, right? Yeah. Yes. So you can play in multiple of them, but I can't promise that you'll get in all of them. So, for example, I'm doing one, Ducky's doing one, Viking's doing one, and Valkanos is doing one. For example, in Ducky's one, the one he's doing, the first 8 people that respond will be the ones that can fight for that position to go through to the final. Because obviously we can't do an unlimited stream where we have 50 people go through, because then all 50 people have to play. I can't... So, for example, if you have like 10 people, then we have to go through all 10 people, and then we have to give them. So, for example, if you're the 10th, we have to give you a chance to get some wins. So, whoever gets the most wins will be going through to the final. So, there has to be a chance, and there has to be a limit on how many we can let into the tournament. So, Robert War has decided he's going to be doing 8, I believe. And I'm not sure how much the other 2 are doing, but I'll be making a decision very soon on how many I'll be letting go through, and obviously how many. I'll be going out with all the rules and all of that, etc. But yes, you can play in multiple, and I would advise playing in multiple if you do want to make it through to the final. But if you do win one, you cannot play in another one. So, for example, if Bibrington joins my tournament and wins mine, he can't play in Ducky's, or vice versa, because you'll already be through to the final, and it stops somebody else from potentially getting through to the final. By the way, Logic, which days do you got to work? Because some days I see you online 24/7, whereas other days, I'm never really online all day. I don't actually have the time to be online all day. Hey, Courtney, how you doing? Welcome to the final. I hope you're having a good day. I can't be online every day. Unfortunately, I'm too busy. Days of work for me really change a lot. I do 3 different jobs. I'm also doing a second master's, and obviously trying to keep this going as well as a few other bits and bobs and projects I've got going on in my life. So I'm actually really busy. So trying to keep all that balanced means I'm actually not online that much. I'm going to sign up for as many as I can. I mean, I agree with that logic. Bebblington. That's a big logic tick from me. But yeah, if you sign up for all 4, or sign up, or at least, because even then, if you happen to miss my message and you're not one of the first 8 or first 10 coming through, then you might not even have one of those chances, for example. So it's difficult. It is difficult. But as you can see here with these games, there's a bit of a problem in between waiting. If a game takes 10-15 minutes, sometimes it can take 5, so it can take anywhere between 5 and 15 minutes, then you've got to wait for each player to build their army, and all the other bits and bobs in between. You could take it anywhere near between 20 to 30 minutes per game, and if you've got to play a minimum of 8 games, you're already talking about 4 hours of streaming. So, obviously it could be less than that. Tonight we've played quite a few. So we would have played 6, because we didn't play Icegander versus Alec Rao. I think they just wanted to crack on for whatever reason. If they don't want to be on live stream, that's up to them. But we would have played, this will be the 6th game now, so we played 5 games and we've done 2 hours. Yeah, so it's approximately that. So I think 7 games tonight would have taken us near enough, probably somewhere close to 3 hours. But it should be a really, really wicked tournament. I'll be releasing some of the pictures for it a little bit later on, and then I'll be having some more, I'll have my picture for the tournament up a little bit later on, and should be able to share some more details with you guys. I will be making a specific section on my Discord so you guys can talk in there about the tournament. And please don't be disheartened if you don't make it. There are 3 other tournaments. What am I studying for Masters? So for my first degree, I did a thing called Strength and Conditioning, that was my undergrad. So I did, how do I describe that? It's the science behind gym and performance. So it's like elite athletes and how I allow them to perform each in their professional outfit. So the difference between a football player or a rugby player, someone who maybe does American football, how does that differentiate in the gym and their performance and recovery? I then did sports nutrition as my first masters, and my second masters I'm now doing physiotherapy. Alrighty, so Krablin's ready. Krablin is kicked in with Clan Scryer. This is going to be an interesting one. Yet again, I think this would favour... I think it favours Skaven, in my opinion. But still... Void has proved me wrong time and time again. Time and time again. But yeah, what about you, Parkrilla, and other people? What do you guys do for jobs? Oh yes, the map. So we will be playing on River and Maxon. Thank you very much, Biblington. I'm always switched onto those map changes as per usual. Yeah, you've got a nice big map here, and you've got some good trees. Some very nice terrain as well that you can utilise on both sides. Not too many Vanguard units, mostly on the VP side, so good to see some plays. Brilliant, Biblington, brilliant. So who's your money on, guys? Is your money on Skaven, or is our money on VP? What's your money on? Krablin, of course, an exceptional player, and so is Void. We have some brilliant... I mean, I can't see everybody today a very, very experienced player as far as I'm concerned. I can't see any brand new players. Today I saw lots and lots of people that are very, very experienced. It's nice to see all of you guys coming through. For sure. So let's take a look at Void. Void went up against Happy Kitty, who came with Sarthriel and obviously the Chaos. Then beat Mixer. Mixer came with Avalon, and he beat him with the Dread Fleet. Then played up against Tank there, as we did see on stream, and then beat Goron Brindle just now. Krablin's beaten quite a few different people, but yeah, some we actually went through him earlier, but yeah, some good stuff. I think so too, and I think the biggest reason it's hard to bet on is because of Void. You just you say that Krablin's a very good player. Do not underestimate Krablin at all in any shape or form. He is very good. I mean, he's already beaten the odds. Like VP into Dowie is commonly a very difficult matchup. Retired, used to work with. Oh, pretty cool. That's pretty cool, Parkerilla. Or Parkerilla. Is it Parkerilla? I think I'm pronouncing that. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. What sort of motor skills research, though? I'm very intrigued. Physiotherapy is a very tough course, for sure. You have to learn a lot very, very quickly. about the human body. And it's not just about muscles. You've got to learn bones, joints, nervous system, lymphatic system. You've got to learn everything. You've got to understand the entire body. What could go wrong? What couldn't go wrong? Many different aspects of the human body. And you've got to be learning signs, how to help this person, what could be beneficial, what could not be. Make sure you understand all the research. Make sure you put it all together and give the best advice for your particular patient. So yeah, in general, I'd say it's pretty tough. I'd say like each of the 3 subjects are very difficult. But all 3 subjects are also are definitely rewarding. Alright, this void is ready. And we'll be going through to the finals. Let's kick it off, guys. So I don't ask this very often. At least I try not to. If you guys are enjoying this video, maybe think about liking. If you did enjoy this stream today, it really does mean a lot. It really helps grow this stream and obviously the video for itself afterwards. And it really does expose the channel to those that maybe haven't seen this before or could potentially become new to Warhammer. It really sort of helps promote this video, the more interactions it has. Also, if you have enjoyed all the content and you've seen this and you are liking it and you'd like to see more tons of more Warhammer 2 content, I try to come out every single day with brand new videos, live streams, tournaments, everything Warhammer related. So if you are thinking about seeing any more of that, it would also really be really helpful to if you subscribed. It really also helps grow the channel. And at the same time, of course, if you are unsure, please go onto my YouTube and check out some more videos if you're a little bit undecided. Go in and check some more videos, and if you need a little bit more time to maybe think about if you would like to subscribe, maybe go check out some more videos, and if you still like them, then obviously subscribe, and if you don't, then don't. And at the same time, if you really don't like this, content, you can obviously leave a dislike. And if you do leave a dislike, it's always helpful to see a comment. If you leave a comment afterwards about maybe what you didn't like about the content, that's always very helpful for me as a content creator to get better. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about getting better and making sure I provide the best content I can for you as the viewers as possible. It should be an interesting one here. I really like this map. It's got multiple different avenues you can utilize. You've got heals it's a little bit unfair. You do have one heal in one corner, I think, a little bit. You still have one in this corner as well, to be fair. But there's definitely some... I still think it's relatively balanced. It's really good to look at as well. You've got the really nice scenery. It is nice. It is a very nice one. Right, so let's hop in here with Void. Clearly the man to beat here today, destroying everybody left, right and central. We have the very nice brown and black Scurvy Dogs, 3 units in the front, as well as the double Mongols. Mongols going to be very good with that very nice Fear and Vanguard deployment. Also we have some zombie pirate deckhand polearms, mixing in with the normal deckhand mobs, 2 units of sirens, with it looks like the double gunnery whites in the back. Double gunnery whites are very popular and powerful. Double scab scrape, I imagine more powder and extra powder alongside the Vampire Fleet Captain Pistol. We'll be on foot with Invocation of the Heck. Still very fast 40 speed, which did surprise me, but deck dropper bombers here in the sky, I believe there's like 3 units. And over here, looks like he's going to be deploying over here on the right-hand side. So it should be interesting, for sure. So let's go with the Skaven today. It looks like a very similar build. We are going to be seeing some Skaven slave spears with some Clanrat spears as well, with the nice shields. Just dotted here along the front line, with 3 units of Rat Ogres here in the back, including the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep. And it looks like we have the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. And we didn't manage to get on these guys, but they are absolutely fantastic to look at with their flaming swords. And I just think they're really good. I think they're really cool for like for little sneaky rats. They're really cool. And as we can see here, let's get actually on the side of Ikea as well. See him in there, his little doom wheel, looking absolutely fantastic. But he will be having unlimited power, of course, for the meme. The Brass Orb, Flensing Ruin, as well as Howling Warp Gale, Warp Lightning, and does cause terror, which I didn't know. I didn't know he causes terror in here. But 3 units of Rat Ogres with the Iska's Triads here in the middle. Let's go on these bad boys as well. Coming here with their very nice blue. Look at these dangerous boys. They actually have their really nice ability, which is Doppelganger, which allows them to summon a image of themselves, a little bit like Elith Anar. Also has concealment bombs and all the other good things, including 30% physical resistance, expert charge defense against large. Yeah, so really good stuff. In the forest, we do have some Wolf Rats with poison. There's like 2 units, and that seems to be it today for the Skaven. Oh, let's look at a third one here on the right, to be fair. Oh, hang on. I beg my pardon. Look at this in the forest. Look at these green sneaky boys. We do actually have the plague packs and the ROR plague mind sensor bearers, which have the Skit Elite, giving them the increased speed. They actually come with Rabble Rouse, which gives them immune to psychology in a 40-meter radius. The very nice Frenzy. They also actually have Unspottable Stalk and the 15% physical resistance. Shooting in the sky, we are going to have Itic Claw just trying to hit down models left, right and centre. Losing a model there from the deck bombers. There's some good work for them. Bombers are going to be shooting straight into the pit fighters of Hell's Deep. Getting some good damage value there. So he's not going to be in the trees, but he is going to be manoeuvring back here, trying to get himself as much room between the forces of the Skaven and himself here in this pocket. It is going to leave him very susceptible to getting flanked here. Just to make sure he's not white line camping. Doesn't look like it. Looks to be fine at the moment. Over here we have some Wolf Rats on the left hand side, trying to come through into the forest to get some good surround. And yeah, looks like they'll be pushing through, but you don't have... Oh, here we go. Hop in here. We are going to see the Eshin Sorcerer, which will be having the speed of Lycos, as well as concealment bombs, armor of darkness, the warp stars, and Schizoleap. Oh, look at that going on. Brilliant stuff. It's going to be very good. The Flensing of the Ruin upgrade, just going to be slowing down and reducing the armor of the deck droppers from Void. Some very good stuff. I suppose they're going to be walking through the forest and just progressing there on to the nice big VP. We're getting the shot in the back here by the deck droppers. There's not really going to be too much. What was that? That's like the stars coming through there and using good damage up against the deck droppers. There's going to be no sort of range here to deal with the deck droppers, so you're just going to have to progress forward here and hope you get as much damage value as quickly as possible into this back line over here. Bombers are going to be going down. Warping Gale could be quite nice here. And Ica Claw will be coming through with that nice ammunition just to take down models left, right and centre. He will be pretty much killing a model for every hit. It's 237 armor piercing damage. So it's still going to be pretty good. It's a little bit random though, is the other thing. It's a little bit random. We're going to get some shots from the Gunnery Whites. The Gunnery Whites actually have 180 range, so no joke here for sure. Just want to make sure we keep Itic Claw as far away as possible. But the Ishka's Triad, so that's a decoy. So very good stuff using the decoy there. Really nice work. They have taken quite a bit of damage, so maybe just a distraction there from the Day Droppers. The Vampire Fleet Captain is going to be in the forest with some sneaky units of Zombie Pirate Deckhand mobs. He's going to be engaging. As long as he's firing, that's absolutely fine with me. This is going to be a very good one, Biblington. A very good one indeed, sir. Oh, Scab Scrape going straight down the flank of this elite unit of Plague Pack. Fantastic work there. Look at the damage. Brilliant stuff. Fantastic work there. Scab Scrape to the time to perfection there from Void. Really good stuff. Krablin really up against this here. Really utilising the map. This is a little bit close for my liking. And Mongol's going to be pushing forward on the either flank, so I'm just trying to see what the players we're talking about. And we are going to get the magic damage. I don't think they do. Oh, they do have magic damage. Brilliant. They should absolutely munch through these sirens then. So they have broken. That's going to be a bit of a shame, and they will be getting chased off here by the Deck Dropper Bombers. And the front line has now engaged. We do have the Tail Slashers coming on the flank. They don't have magic damage. They do have flaming attacks though. Because Icky Claw only has magic ammunition, so that's going to be a bit interesting. But he has managed to charge here up against the Gunnery White. He has a massive 323 armor piercing weapon strength, so he can do some very good damage value. Oh, look at that! Fantastic work there up against the Sirens. The Ratcog is just going to come through with that big punch. Going to be swallowing here It's just going to be absolutely... Oh my god, look at this routing from the Skaven. That's scary. That's like 4 or 5 units got broken there, all in one big wallop. As you can see, the Ishka's Triad's going to be in the pocket for the bonus first time. They don't have the magic attacks, though, I don't believe. No, they don't. We're going to be very good at dealing with the Gunnery White, though, just absolutely chomping him down to size. Going to be giving that a very nice weakened blade for the negative 50% armor. Very good when you got 120 here on top of the crab. It is going to allow the Icky Claw to come through and do some good damage value. Warp Stars could be very good here to finish off the Gunnery White. Invocation of the Head going down to try and get that healing on top of him. Going to be crumbling though rather hard. We do have the Mongols taking lots and lots of damage value. I think here it is pulling in the VP favour, but it's not unwinnable if you are the Skaven. It's going to be very difficult though. It is going to be very difficult. You need to start getting some Skaven Slayers out of there and start into this pocket to help out. It's going to be close. Can we keep Itikor alive? You do need to take care of these Gunnery Whites is the problem. Gunnery Whites will give a punch back as well. A nice big shot there from that bombardment, but Itikor has been surrounded. And he needs to get some boys in here, especially Rat Ogres. Skaven Slaves, yeah, there's really not much left in the pocket. Surrounded Eshin Sorcerer. It is looking like a VP win here. Over here in the forest, yeah, we don't have too much. Some Clan Rats fighting up against some chaff. That's really not where you want them, unfortunately. But some Rat Ogres still in the pocket. We're going to give them that smash. We are about to lose the Sirens, which means you will lose that negative 9 melee attack due to their ability, due to Charmed. But we have broken Icket Claw. It will be looking like a VP win. And, well, it is still VC. But, yeah, looks like we're going to be seeing another win from Void. Brilliant stuff. Yet again, another perfect army from him. Really utilising the map to the best of his ability. Having those deck droppers moving forward. Using this reef here just to force his opponent across the map and get that damage value as he is coming. Some really, really good stuff. Yeah, they are very good. They are very good. Really, really brilliant stuff. So let's pop in with Krablin. And he got 2.7k damage value from Ithik Claw. Very good stuff. Only 71 damage value for the Eshin Sorcerer. 100 there. It doesn't look like too much else for the front line. 154, 160, 155, 34. 270 damage value for the Clan of Vulcan Tail Slashers. 460 for the Ishka's Triads. And only 320 here for the Plague Pack. 414, 260, and 250 for the Wolf Rat Poison. 700, 560, and only 630 from the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep. But as you can see, these two are not going to have immune to Psychology. The Rat Ogres here do, but I think it's due to Frenzy. So when they go below 50% leadership, they obviously get broken relatively easily. 23 gills, 330, 700, and 1,100 from the Gunnery Whites. Frontline doing pretty good stuff with that Fear, obviously going to be very, very handy. The double Sirens, 450, 330, 380, 170, and 470 from the Scurvy Dogs, 650, 740 from the Mongols, and 575, 500, and 940 from the Deck Dropper Bombers. Brilliant stuff here from Void, yet again, another victor of one of my tournaments. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. See, this is the problem. It is a difficult one. Give me a sec. If Krablin's not happy with it, then Krablin, if you are not happy, I will look into it again. So I did mention corner capping a few times there. Let me have a look. Let me message somebody. There was a moment there where there were some scary dogs camping on the right-hand side where, in theory, you couldn't flank. If Krablan is not happy, I will look into it. I think we can replay, but without the... I think we can replay, but without this. I mean, we can replay again, if that's what he really wants. Let me watch the video again. Sorry, I just got a message from somebody. Okay, we'll just double check this and see if it's okay. No, I think Krablan is more than his right to say what he has to say. Just watching it now, guys, okay? Right, let me grab this, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Apologies for this. Let's go into here. Right, let's hop on with you guys. Just oh. Reviewing it now. Sweet. So the rules behind Whiteland camping are pretty clear. They are pretty clear to an extent, but it's also pretty hard to judge, is the problem. So you have to be no closer than 200 meters to the line, and your opponent must be able to flank on both sides of your army. That is the rules. So I'm just going to check that that looked appropriate. If it looks appropriate, I'll give Void the win. If it doesn't, simple thing is we'll just replay it. So Krablan's approach was he tried to get around the side with, tried to get around the flank with some wolf rats, and he wasn't able to. And there was a moment in the match that I did mention it, so I'm just going to be looking at that now. I know, and just to make that clear, that if anybody ever feels harshly done by any tournament rules, whatever, just bring it up. You're always welcome to bring it up. It's not a problem. Always bring it up, and then we can discuss it and go from there. Okay, so it's not just me watching it as well. I've got somebody else watching the video as well. Mr. J Phoenix, the man, the myth, the legend. He will be having a view. We'll both put our ideas together and then we'll have a look at it. I think Void might have to go anyway. Rule only say you cannot use white line defensively. If you're undead, the very fact of retreating into a white corner would be considered white line defensive play. Yeah, I did mention through. I said there was one point that his Scurry Dogs and co were a little bit close to the line. Obviously, Wolfrats have a very low leadership. For the majority, at least 75% of the force looks fine to me. As I said, I'm just double checking, guys. I'm just double checking. Whilst I'm waiting and whilst I'm looking, I'll be looking for the whole video. Yeah, just be ready for next week, guys. We'll be going off with the Nurgle Tournament. So for all of you guys that do want to get involved, just make sure you're on the Discord. Just make sure on the Discord, ready for that announcement. There will be a specific tab that will be opened here on my Discord. It will be called Nurgle Tournament, and you guys will be able to enter your chances there to play in the final of that. Sorry, you're playing that to get into the final. The winner of that will be winning a prize, and you'll win a prize for each one of the four for the Chaos Gods, and then you'll be going through to the finals to win yet again another prize. So yeah, be ready for that. So what's everybody else up to tonight? Anybody got any special plans? Sorry, I did say that Parker Brindle said something earlier. You were talking about what you've been doing. My PhD was pedia. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Pediagrography? I don't know how to pronounce that, I'll be honest. There's clearly got to be a way. I wouldn't know how to pronounce that. Let's have a look.
Pedagogy.
Oh, pedagogy, apparently. The method of practice of teaching, especially as an academic subject or theoretical concept. Okay, so your study was of practice of teaching. Is that correct? Tell me if that's correct. My plan tonight is to kill rats. Oh, you popping on Vermintide Flex? If you're popping on Vermintide, that could be quite fun. So we're actually measuring the distance now for you guys. Alright, there we go. That is the verdict, and the verdict has been agreed on. Apologies for the wait, guys. I know that's a bit annoying. So the verdict is, it is going to be a replay. You can join me after your stream. Yeah, fantastic, dude. I'd like to do that. And anybody else that would like to play some Vermintide with myself, please feel free to join. We're joining in my Discord. You guys can just head on into the voice chat. But for this, it looks like we... it will be a replay. So the reason it's going to be a replay is the fact that the VC forces were within 200 meters of the line, actually on both sides. One side was within 145 meters, and the other one was within 180 meters. So we will be replaying that. Mr. J. Phoenix, the man, myth, the legend. Right. Okay, so there's the rules, guys. That is what it is. Yeah, so the way we message it is what this is what Jay Phoenix is really good at. He actually gets certain units with range. So let's say you have like gunners that have like 160 range. We can measure it using that. So he'll put units in specific places where the units from Void were, and we can see if they were too close to the line or not. And the thing is, there was also one side where I saw some wolf rats that were sort of pinned off to the line. So we are going to play it again. And we'll go again. And if Krablin had been fine with it, I probably would have just left it. This is a fun tournament, so if he was happy with it, I would have... Yeah, it can be, CJ. I mean, the rules are very difficult. The rules are very difficult. And the rules are what the rules are. So Krablin knows what to expect now, and I've implicitly said that both sides of his army, so obviously if we're in the corner here, I don't know if I can find the white line. Where's the white line? I can't see it. But let's say this is the corner here. So you have a line that goes to here, and you have a line that comes down. You have to be 200 meters away from both of these lines. So you have to have 200 meters away from here and 200 meters away from here, just so you have the opportunity to get around the back. The issue was that the wolf rats came in, they hit, and then it got immediately routed off. Because there wasn't enough room to flank, they got hit by fear, and they were just pushed off, and it was just an unfair contest. I double checked, and as I said, I probably would have. It's down. I got Jay Phoenix to have a look at it, and he was brilliant again. So I'll play it again, and we'll see what happens. Wicked builds from both sides, though. As I say, guys, this Friday I will be doing Battlemania Season 3, so we're going into the third season. So you'll have 4 weeks to obtain as many points as you possibly can, and you'll be heading on into the final if you do get within the top 8 players. And from there, what will happen is the top 8 players will be playing for a free copy of Total War Warhammer 3 from myself. So I'll be giving it to you personally. So obviously, if you'd like to give yourself the best opportunity to get into the final, try and play in as many weeks as you possibly can, obtain as many points as you possibly can, and hopefully we'll be seeing you all in the final. And for any of you that have seen Total War Warhammer 3 and you've seen the trailer, what did you guys think? What do you think of the trailer? Yes, sir, Rasidim. Yes, sir. Protein shake indeed. Gym today. First time back in the gym today. Homemade protein shake. Today's protein shake was, I think it's just standard chocolate powder. I think it was 20 grams of chocolate powder, 300 milliliters of red milk, 2 teaspoons of peanut butter, a teaspoon of honey, and I was going to put some banana in it, but didn't have any banana, so we just whipped that up, which was quite nice. Yeah, it was really tasty. And then we put a banana and a little bit of cinnamon in it, and it's really good stuff. Alright, looks like both players are in. So we've got a few more units here in a little bit more detail. So we obviously have, let's pop in with, let's get a nice unit. Where's the ROR Wolf Rats? Here we are, so we have the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep. These guys are a fantastic looking unit as well. But these boys, of course, have the rage. They have 3 stages. For every 30 seconds, they gain a stage. But they do rampage at the last one, but it gives them plus 30 melee attack, 22% physical resistance. So some really, really good stuff. Look at these clan rats in their green. Look brilliant. And that's what I like about the sub-factions as well. They have all their different colours and stuff. It's brilliant. Trading was great. My first name literally means bear, and there was a lot of bears. Oh, do you know what, dude? Obviously, you can't replace the Dowie for me. You can never replace it. But the one thing I must tell you is I am super excited for Bear Cavalry. I am so excited. I think Kislev could be my second favourite faction. For sure. Okay, bit of lag there. So we also have the Ishka's Triads. Now, we didn't get to look at one unit here so much. Here we are. Let's get on these bad boys. These boys are fantastic. I really like these. I see them a little bit more now, but the Flail Infantry here with Rabble Rouse. They also have Frenzy, 15% physical resistance, and that really nice Contaminated, which gives them the -10 leadership. Plus, they also have the magical attacks. So actually, that Contaminated is stronger than Fear. Fear being that -8, but -10 from Contaminated. Lots of armor piercing, weapon strength, 31 out of 44, so some brilliant, brilliant stuff. These guys are such good damage units. Only 10 armor, but if you keep them alive, oh, they can certainly tear you a new one. Looks like Void is going to be ready. Looks like they're going to play. I wonder how big the Chaos Lord unit models will be. Yeah, they're going to be like a Rogue Idol size for sure. Happy bear noises. That's what I want to hear, Bibington. That's what I want to hear. But no, I'm thinking like some of the demons are going to be ginormous. Like they're just going to be huge. They're going to be like probably Rogue Idol size. Yeah. I'm talking to Rogue Idol, man. That is such a cool unit. I love that. But yeah, I love the big bear that she summons. I'm actually going to be posting after this. I should be posting a reaction all of it and my thoughts and opinions and all that sort of thing. So you guys can check that out as well, which would be really cool. So shame we don't see the ROR Mongols, because I really like the Knights Terrors. They're brilliant. They actually, of course, have Terror. There's so much bonus infantry, anti-infantry, armor piercing. With their hunger, just these guys are exceptional. Of course, they've only got 12 models. They're easily cut apart. But look at these boys. Look at them. Yep, and I really like these sirens. They're charmed. But they only have a 3,600 is not a bad hit point pool, to be fair. How many models they got? 45. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm not sure where Soth... Well, obviously, Tzeentch is obviously going to be one of the gods of chaos. Where Sothriel came from and why, I actually don't know either. I think he is maybe one of the followers of Tzeentch. Maybe somebody else might know a little bit more lore. I know Rusky knows quite a bit of lore. I don't know if he knows anything about that. Or maybe Flex might know some bits and bobs. I really don't know. Alright, good luck, have fun from Void. Let's do it. Yeah. Tzeentch is the god, but where I don't know where Sothriel comes from. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, that's what I thought, Rusky. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that. So this time we are going to be coming forward again. It's going to be a very similar approach. You are going to be seeing the deck dropper bombers coming forward, just smashing up this infantry. That's pretty much going to be their job here. Probably coming after the Iskas tries. Concealment bombs going down just allow them to get away and not get focused down. So they're going to be bombing here onto the Clan Rats, I think that is. Yeah, is that the Clan Rats? Yeah, Clan Rats with the spears. Yeah, get rid of those quite nicely. Would be really good. They're going to be getting shot pretty hard here, I'm sure, by Icky Claw. Is Warp Gale going to go down, though, is the question. So it looks like the stars are going to be coming from the Sorcerer. Also going to be bombing in the forest as well up against the Rat Ogres. They won't get too much damage value. They're not that good on the armor piercing side of things. But they do cause flame damage, which means the RR Clan Rats with shields will do, I think they have 70% fire resistance. For such a cheap unit, it's brilliant. Yeah, there'll be those in the middle. Yeah, they have fire resistance. Yeah, 70% is ginormous, and they're not like that expensive either. Oh, yeah, nice one there. Nice Scab Scraith. Not doing too much damage value, though. I think they do fire. Do the Scab Scraiths do magic and fire damage? I don't think it does fire damage, perhaps. Oh, it does do fire damage. That'd be why. That'd be why. Oh, he's going to stab him. So they're going to be moving forward here. Just trying to pressure onto the back line. Those little crabbies going to be running for their life. Mongol's going to be coming around the flank. We have a summon here on the right hand side as they're going to be coming into the wolf rats with poison. Looks like it is going to be fearing off one of the wolf rats. Second will be going as well. Big hit here going down on the Scurvy Dogs. Scurvy Dogs, of course, having that fear, going to be very good here up against the wolf rats. Wolf rats only have 34 leadership. Very good counter here using the Scurvy Dogs. So the front line has hit here. We are going to be seeing all sorts of Clan Rats with spears and Skaven slaves fighting with their Rat Ogres in the front line up against the zombie pirate mobs here in the front line. I really like some Sirens. I think Sirens are very good. At least 2 units are pretty good in any sort of matchup here. They're very good with that Charmed. Mongols in the back should be able to help deal with the Wolf Rats with their nice fear. Also, the bonus as infantry can be pretty good at tearing those apart. Poison is going to be very good at helping shut them down as well. The fear going to be going down there. Yeah, it's just going to be ripping through. Oh god, some even damage going from both sides. Spears coming through as well for that damage value. As we can see, we should be able to get some shots here into Ikaclaw and his flank. But the Rat Ogres will be coming through for the serious punch here. So there's going to be one Cyrene left. Is that just one Cyrene? Just, maybe one Sirene's just been left behind, but the Sirene's going to be over here. It's like one unit's over here. One unit of Clan Rats have been terrified. The second should be holding for now, but they will get terrified very quickly up against the Sirenes. In the back we have some spears chasing up against the Mongols. Mongols do have 45 speed up against 37 of the Clan Rat spears. If you that nice magic ammunition, we'll be chasing after these sirens, but shots going to be going left, right, and centre. As you can see, a little bit unpeded here. We are going to see the very scary, the Bright Scabs Plague Pack coming on the flank. These scary boys, but they're pretty quick. They do have 37 now that I think they're poisoned, but I think generally they're pretty quick. Oh, this looks very nice. Such a cool area effect damage spell. It's so good. Cleansing Ruin, upgraded as well. Just doing some good damage value here on the sirens. It's going to be very good with the slow as well. I believe it has like a 36% slow, I believe. Or I think actually it's 48%, I believe. In the pocket, we have some units of Mongols. They're going to be fighting to the death. These boys are going to be very close to crumbling. Sirens mixing in the Lord with the pistol is going to be fighting up against Ikit. Ikit's in a bit of dangerous territory here. He does need his Ishkas to come in and help out where they can. But him fighting on his own isolated here could be very difficult. Double Crabs do have some very, very good AP. He has been pinned in using heavy Mongols as well. Oh, okay, so we are going to have a Brass Orb going down there for the very, very good damage area effect there. Ishkas will be coming through to try and get some good punishment on the Gunnery Whites. As we can see in the back here, some wavering units of clan, some Rat Ogres. What can the Eshin Sorcerer do? Brittle Bones would have been really good here. Brittle Bones would have been very good. And there we go. Unfortunately, losing Ikit Claw there was going to be a big problem. GG's there, and well played to Void, who will be today's winner with a very, very good game. As we can see here, 20 kills, 670 damage value, 1.1 here for the Gunnery Whites, and 1.38 from the other Gunnery Whites. Some brilliant stuff. Gunnery Whites are a almost must pick. I think they're tremendously good. They are very, very good. Sirens, 50, 320. Almost, yeah, Scurvy Dogs are just fantastic at chasing off Wolf Rats. Wolf Rats got some good damage value. Actually got more damage value than Scurvy Dogs, but just maneuvering that mobility is very, very good. 930, 780, and 660 from the deck droppers, and 550, 420. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff from Void for sure. 2,600 damage value from Itic Claw, and yeah, some good stuff on the front line. 288, 213, 400, 143 kills here from the Clan of Vulcan Tail Slashers. As you can see there, 350, only 175 for the Plague Pack. Bit of a shame, bit of a shame. I can see why you brought Rabble Rouse with them though. Very good at helping out with the Skaven front line. 400 damage value, 139 from the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep. That's a shame there. A fantastic unit that just unfortunately didn't get its damage value, but 355 for the Rat Ogres. Looks like both left there. But GG's either way. It looks like we are going to be having Void as the winner for the sub-faction tournament today. Some really, really good stuff from him. We'll finish off the tournament there. Give a nice refresh there, and then we'll finish off with you guys. So we'll end that tournament. Thank you very much to all the 39 players that played today. Fantastic amount of you that joined, so thank you so much for all of you that played today. Really, really nice to see all of you come along and have some good fun. I hope you guys did enjoy today. I really hope you did. I really hope you did. Strongest Chaos God. Oh, that's hard to say. That is hard to say who the strongest Chaos God is. I'm super excited for that Ice Bear, Biblington. You have no idea how excited I am for that bear. That bear is going to be insane. GG's indeed. Yeah, very good build from Void yet again. But they wax and wane in strength. The youngest Chaos God is Slanesh. But blood for the Blood God, skulls for the Skull Throne. Indeed. Cheers, Parkerilla. I appreciate you dropping in. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Enjoyable as always. Thank you very much, Biblington. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope you're looking forward to the next one. If you did like it, bop that like button. I really appreciate it. And maybe drop a subscribe as well, if you'd like to see some more content coming forward. And of course, we'll be dropping some Total War Warhammer 3 content today from myself, so please keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll be doing some more bits and bobs, and next week we have, I think, 3 tournaments for you. So keep your eyes peeled Lots and lots of tournaments have to go. Any good games coming forward, please send them through to the Discord. You can do them on Replays for Casting, and hopefully you'll be seeing your replay here on the channel. And that, guys, it's been fantastic hosting you. I really hope you enjoyed yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow for some very, very good content. Take care.